High Elf Spearman.
Shocked.
I have 40 in this unit and probably another 100 or so after this unit.
Nice.
Fun.
Keep going.
How about you, Nils? Wait, I'm guessing gnomes. Well, dwarves.
No, right now I'm doing scorpions, but yeah.
I love those scorpions, by the way. They're looking really good.
Thank you.
Big ones, little ones?
They're the little bits that were on the Tomb King.
Yeah.
Yeah, you add them to swarms or whatever.
Those are nice. Peter, what are you painting?
I've got some Wolfson figures here, a pirate, but my priority tonight is the base to this Tom Mayer diorama. How the fuck does he sculpt stuff so small?
Right. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that.
Well, if all goes well, it'll be at Kubla.
Cool.
It's going to be an entry if I do it right.
Cool. All right, and we are live. OTNG, session 39, level 2 of the Many Gates of Gann, published by Chaotic Henchman and written by Guy Fullerton, my good friend.
Excellent.
And let's see, tonight we've got Ethan, Nils, Peter. Mike may join us later. Ethan, I'm assuming you're running Horus.
Yes, sir.
And Peter.
We got Hammy and Gerda.
I thought maybe for tonight's session, as we kind of kill a little bit time waiting for Mike if he's going to join, maybe we do a DM encumbrance spot check. Dun 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 dun.
It's like a surprise quiz.
It is. It's a pop quiz, pop encumbrance quiz. So who would like to start? And remember how we did this last time was I just asked you to read through your inventory and I'll tally up your total encumbrance. And then I have a little algorithm, basically strength versus encumbrance. Tom's just joined. Hey, Mike. Ethan, would you like to start?
I can start.
So just as a kind of a quick recap for the party, this kind of helps me take a gauge of what's being carried by the party, what equipment, what items that you have is kind of as a reminder for me, but also it's sort of a little bit of pressure on you about just how much stuff are you really carrying.
Yep.
All right, Ethan, what do you?
Okay.
What do you carry?
I carry a long sword, a crossbow, my plate mail with helm and medium shield, and then in my equipment I have the clothes on my back with a cloak.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, Mike.
I have a sack of oil flasks.
How many oil flasks?
4.
Okay, that'll count for 1. And then how many crossbow bolts?
I have 17 bolts, which are stored in my backpack, which has apparently thieves' tools, flint and steel as well, because they're from our fallen thief.
Okay. And let's see.
Hammy died?
Oh, and I have that levitation thing, which is if it fits in the backpack,
Sure.
If not, okay.
Sure, it fits in the backpack. It's about the size of a softball right now.
Okay.
I count you at 13.
Okay.
That is compared against your...
My stamina is...
that is compared... That gives you...
Is it against stamina or strength?
I'm checking. EP equal to your strength. Yep.
Strength is 13.
Okay, so you're at 100%, so you're neg 5 movement penalty.
Okay.
And a neg 1d6 stamina penalty. You can take that now.
Okay.
When you're at 75% of your strength, it's no penalties. So I have 75, 100, 150, and 200.
Okay.
But we just went down the line. Iridian, what are you carrying?
Attuned. Can you hear me?
I do.
Okay. Yes, I'm carrying a tune. I have bad jokes. I have a longsword.
That's an encumbrance of 5 right there.
Sorry, wrong character. There we go. Try this again. Yes, but you guys have to carry it, not me. Okay, I have a longsword. I have a spot for a rune sword once I get it back. I had a short bow, but I've passed this over to Ericor because, if I remember correctly, he broke his bow or something like that.
That's right.
I have padded armor.
Okay.
I have the, let's see, a mild and fresh smelling spring water.
Sorry, I missed that. You have which?
Steel flask with very cold and fresh smelling spring water.
Okay.
That was from something before.
Long time ago.
Yeah. I have my spell book and chalk and
Cheese.
a backpack. I guess the arrow stuff I passed over to Ericor. And I have a very cool sapphire that happens to be mounted in a dead hand.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
And everything else I've passed off onto my underlings.
Okay. So I count you at 7. How does that do for your strength?
Probably really bad. Let me check real quick. Actually, I think it's okay because I think I made sure to keep that I wasn't negative. So yeah, I'm at a 9.
Okay. So no penalty there for you. Peter, let's start with Hammy because he's the smallest.
But the feistiest. All right. Hammy's got a crossbow with 25 bolts.
Okay.
2 short swords.
Yep.
He is wearing chainmail.
Okay.
He has a backpack. 3 small sacks, one of which has 10 glass marbles in it.
Okay.
Flint and steel, 4 days rations, 1 water skin, 5 candles, 4 candles, sorry, pot and pan.
Definitely can't go anywhere without a pot and pan.
No, and you can't get it in the rule book, so I don't remember what I paid for it, but a hobbit has to have them. And he's got the torque.
Okay.
An ivory whistle. And he's still got the tool-like dagger, which he's going to be leaving with Sky probably. But right now he's carrying it.
Okay.
And I have listed on here an encumbrance of 11 last time we did this.
Okay, I count you at 12 now.
Yeah, sounds right. And my strength is 11.
Okay, so you're 100% of that. So you're -5 movement penalty and take a 1d6 stamina penalty. You can take that now.
Great. So it's a -4 to my stamina? Wow.
It's recoverable, right? But this is just kind of fatigue and exhaustion.
Just what I'm carrying
stuff around.
Is that like an everyday burn or?
It's as when I call for it. When I call for an encumbrance check, then it's a penalty that it will apply.
Okay.
You can remember when you rest, you can recover stamina.
Right.
As part of the resting process, kind of like spell burn almost. And if you rest in very comfortable conditions, you can recover more than if you were under field conditions or very rough conditions, right?
Cool.
Yeah, though, come to think of it, would I be carrying all of this underground since we have somebody watching our camp?
If you want to mark some of it at camp, you can. Though I didn't hear a lot there that. But that's obviously your choice if you want to get down under 100%.
Yeah, because my weight is really my weapons and my armor. So yeah, there's not much I'd leave behind. All right, so Gerda.
Yeah, how's Gerda doing? What's she carrying?
She's got longbow, which is in camp. because she can't use it right now. And her quiver, which still has 25 arrows, is also in camp. She has a long sword.
Oh, those two things are in camp because she can't use them.
There's no reason to. Yeah, I can't use them. I shouldn't.
Okay.
I don't need to
All
carry
right,
them.
so they're at camp. Okay.
I have a mace,
Mhm.
a dagger,
Mhm.
backpack,
Mhm.
fine tools, a
Mhm.
lantern with 4 vials of oil.
We have a lot of oil.
Yeah, well, we don't like the dark.
Mhm.
We like
Bad
to burn
things.
things.
We do. We love to burn things, and you never know when you're
Mhm.
going to come on a gelatinous cube. I got 1 healing mushroom left, 50 feet of rope, a holy symbol, 2 water skins. One of my small bags has magic dice in it, which
Okay.
3 days rations and a net, and the net is not with me. The incense is. That would be good to have.
Okay. And your armor, right?
Oh yes, and I'm wearing banded armor and shield.
I count you at 12.
That's what I've been at. Yep.
Cool.
So nothing changes on me. I'm still at my minus that I've got.
What is your
Strength
your
of 10.
strength of 10? So your -5 movement penalty. What's
Right.
your
I already made because I marked that last time.
Okay. What is your current stamina?
11.
Has it been reduced at all?
I don't see a reduction on it, so
Okay,
I'm going to do a
take
D6.
D6. Yep.
Oh,
Oof.
ouch.
Not a good time to roll a 6. Well, Hammy and Gerda both have staminas of 5 right now. They're feeling. We're a little tuckered, let me tell you.
Let's
Horace rolled
see.
well.
Let's see. When your stamina is reduced to half the PC's original count as fatigued, all action dice shift down a step.
Oh.
When stamina is reduced to a quarter, count as exhausted, all action dice shift down 2 steps. So you guys may want to think about an opportunity to rest and recover.
Mhm.
Well, is this a safe place to do that? We don't know what's behind those doors yet.
You
Yeah.
should probably convince the hoarders to dump some stuff.
That might be a good idea.
What hoarders?
Mike, what are you carrying?
Again, my armor and weapons is all my weight.
Yeah,
That's mostly mine.
You weren't carrying that much extra stuff, and small items. I tend to count 3 small items as 1.
Yeah, most of my small stuff are in bags. It's mainly my plate mail that's killing me.
Yeah.
Well, armor only counts as 1 also.
Mm.
All right, Mike, what are you carrying?
Padded armor, a helm, the helm from the underneath the mushroom area.
Kith helmet. Mm-hmm.
Kith. Yes, a necklace worth 25 gold, a log rune, which I never examined.
Didn't you? I think you got a spell off the log rune, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I didn't have it. I don't have a space for it. So, or was that the thing that I stole from the witch?
Yeah, that's what you stole.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, then that
you
went
didn't
away.
steal it. You acquired it.
Okay, no log rune.
Just strike it off. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. A metal quill. The jewel stone's jewel, whatever, from the monkey's head.
How many of those do you have?
I believe only got 1.
Oh, just 1. Okay.
The electrum whistle.
Okay.
A backpack.
Uh-huh.
Around 300 gold. Pair of weird dice. 19 arrows. Playing cards. Tarot cards. 4 rations. 1 oil. A water skin. 2 torches. And a bag of mushrooms that was acquired on on that giant top of the broken giant tree that the moth landed me in.
Okay. I count you at 9.
Okay.
What's your current strength?
14.
Okay, so you're fine. No penalties there for Gib. Are you guys ready to start?
Yeah.
Questions or?
So if what What was it again? You said 70% to our strength. Is that what you were going by?
So basically, I just tally up a number of encumbrance points based on the stuff that you're carrying.
Right.
Everything usually is basically one encumbrance point, and then I compare that against your strength.
Okay.
So if you're 75% or less of your encumbrance points to strength, then there's no penalty. But once you get to 100% encumbrance points to strength, then it's a -5 movement penalty and a D6 stamina penalty.
So when you say 100%, as in if I'm at 14, then it's 14?
Mm-hmm. That would be
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
And then if it's 150%, so in your case 14, it would be half.
Yeah, that's fine. I get the ratio
Okay.
now. I was just
Okay,
making
cool.
sure.
And then when your stamina gets reduced off your original stuff, then you start to take fatigue penalties.
Got it.
I've just put that into the chat so you guys can read.
Did I say that I had a bow?
Now you did, and some arrows. So now you're 11. You're still okay.
Oh, I thought you said I was at 9. So that's 2.
But I don't remember if you said you had a bow. Do you want? You're still fine. You're okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Cool. So as a recap from last session, you guys had descended to the second level of the dungeon, and
that's right. Yep.
You had traversed the stairway. You had found a pedestal here with one of those fluted pedestals, and then you had entered this doorway to the north
that disappeared,
which sealed behind you, leaving no discernible trace. And then you found those weird impressions on either side of this pillar, I guess, this block of stone, and it had those those power source gems high up in the wall that you had knocked down that caused these flashes of energy to strike out at you in the rooms. And some of you took some damage from that.
It was highly destructive energy, and yeah, some of us took a ton of damage. Poor Hammy. Thank Ildevar, he's still here.
Who's carrying both of them? I might be carrying one, actually.
You're carrying one, Nils is carrying the other.
That's right.
Okay.
I forgot to include that.
All right. Write it down, Rose.
What would you call that? Monkey,
things.
Gem, magic, monkey gem.
Monkey blasting gem.
Sure, that sounds good.
It's the gem of monkey brain blasting because it makes him into the zomboids.
So for me, if you guys don't write it down on your character sheet, I won't be able to backtrack it through the.
That's fine. It was just
I have an idea about the flask that you're carrying. I don't remember exactly what it was, but
we never knew.
Yeah, well,
I think it's the flask from like the first adventure or something.
Right. So I have some ideas about it. So if you decide you want to use it, just let me know. And then also recall that the caster, the wizards of the group, the wizards and the elves of the group can spend time trying to research or discern purposes of objects.
Right, okay.
So I think our short-term goal should be to get the fuck out of here. Our long-term goal is still to try to destroy this music-making thing. And the more I think about it, the more I think that we just need to trash those things with tubes coming out of them next time we're near one. Because if you mess up its ability to tune, then it can't play right, then it can't mess with their minds, if nothing else, right?
If that's what the priestess of Ildevar wants to do, then that's admirable and fine. But the wizard isn't necessarily into destroying things because he wouldn't mind seeing how the stuff works as well.
We should at least see how it works first. I get that.
So you're in this this corridor leading north-south. To the south of you is the chamber with the monkey blasting stones.
We named them.
And to the north of you, there are 3 doors. East and west, and then west again.
Pick the right one first.
It sounds like a game show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Behind these doors are 3 tigers and no ladies.
Are we going? We're going into the right one.
I don't know. I'm not. I won't drive you unless you want me to.
Yep. Okay. There we go.
Yep. Right. Sounds good.
Always go the right way.
No, always go to the left, but I get it.
So this door opens into a 20 by 30 room that's featureless. An empty room.
We need to do some searching.
Search the walls.
Yeah.
On terms of time, I have you guys starting at noon on the 11th day of the sword.
That
I
sounds
think I did a
right.
bad job of timekeeping the last session, so I just advanced.
So it's now technically 12. Is that what you're saying?
12 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock when we started the last session. So it's about 2 hours later. That seems about right.
Gibbs gonna search the ceiling.
Okay. Anybody else searching?
Horace is going to search this southern wall here. He doesn't like blank spaces on the maps.
Okay. Anyone else?
Girder and Hammer are really thinking about putting their feet up for a minute. Just yeah, look here. Just yeah.
Let me just rest for a moment. Okay.
I'll be right there. Give me a second. But Hammy's got really good luck, so he would like to search that wall.
The
The east wall.
eastern wall.
Meridian will search the northern wall.
All right.
Gerd is going to keep an eye on our backs on the door.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing found
For all of us.
for all of you.
Okay.
All right.
Well, shall we move to the other side of the hall?
To the west, as
I
it
say
were.
we go to the north one first.
Okay.
All right. The northern door.
Uh-huh.
To the north.
I've learned to trust Gibbs' intuition.
See, so this door opens into a small 10 by 10 room. There's a large empty stone vat that, like many of the other stone objects that you've seen in this place, protrudes seamlessly from the floor, and that's near the north wall here.
A vat protruding from the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have anything? Yeah, anything in it or any remains?
It's empty, the vat. And what I had wanted to do, guys, which I didn't have time to, was to draw objects and features onto the map itself.
Mm-hmm.
But I had that would require a little bit of free time to sit down at the computer and draw things. So I'll do a little bit of that while we're moving along. But what will you do?
Is there any sign of remnants or anything in the vat, or is it completely clean?
No, it's completely smooth and clean. There's no, maybe a little, not even really any dust.
How big is this vat?
How big is it?
Yeah.
I will tell you.
Gorilla sized?
That was my thinking.
Yeah,
It is,
I'm thinking that room across
it's
there.
4 feet in diameter and
Oh
2
my
feet
goodness.
tall.
Oh, not gorilla sized.
This gorilla's huge.
Well, in width or in diameter, but in height, it's only 2 feet tall.
Yeah, but you did fill it with bananas or something. I'm thinking that the room across the hall is where they kept them, because they would get called, or they do get called, and they come down lured by the sound at the base of these stairs, because it's apparently coming out of those little tubes in that pillar, and they go into that door that we went through, and they're attracted to that shape or the stone or whatever. Or maybe the sound just makes them want to do it, like like the Pied Piper and the rats. And then they get their brains sucked out, and then I think maybe they're kept in this room for a while before they're taken and given jobs or whatever it is they're doing with them.
I think they're experimented on.
I think that's certainly part of it.
But yeah.
Because we saw signs of that. We saw lots of signs of taxidermy, and we did find one room that was like for funerary prep, right, Aaron?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like a crematorium almost.
Right. Well, we found signs of them doing all kinds of things with these 8 bodies, not just burying them here.
Correct.
Anybody want to search the room?
Yes, I think we ought to search, especially the top and the western walls of the room.
Excellent.
Okay, sorry guys, I got dropped.
Oh, that's okay.
We're still alive.
So you say there's an empty vat here,
Yeah.
and everybody searched.
We're
We've not
just
searched the
starting
room
to
yet.
search. I just need to know a number of folks that are searching.
Yeah, Horace is searching that northern wall.
Okay.
Is the gray spot the empty vat?
It is.
Gib will examine that.
Okay, you're going to search the vat.
Brandon will search the western wall.
Okay.
Well, I guess that leaves Hammy to search the northern wall then, huh? Aaron's something wicked. Why do my thumbs keep pricking? Sorry. Little Shakespeare quote joke there.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
Can I go watch longer until 8?
Can you describe the vat?
It comes seamlessly up out of the floor, like many of the other stone features that you've seen in this place.
No,
It's about 2 feet tall
I might have the binder.
and 4 feet in diameter.
So about 10 minutes.
Cool.
Can you repeat that? I was having a little bit of a hard time.
Sure. It's the stone vat protrudes seamlessly up out of the floor, like many of the other stone features that you've seen in this place. It's about 2 feet tall and 4 feet in diameter.
No resin or
No resin or residue or anything inside of it.
okay.
And it's not like they could cook with it.
Next.
Moving on.
In search of good friends and good food.
Nils, I may have inadvertently muted you. You might have to unmute yourself.
No, I'm sure it was not inadvertent because Grace and I were talking.
Ah. Are you going to travel through this western door here to the south?
Yes.
I believe it is our best opportunity to figure this out, since we're running out of other places to go.
Or die quickly.
All right. Let's see here.
Right. Ooh, I like the way look how the light is going through the secondary door.
Oh yeah, the one that you guys have opened up already.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I'm not bothering to close them again because you kind of know those areas.
Plus, it helps us move things through it.
Navigate around those areas. Yeah. Let's see.
And it looks cool.
This room is 20 by 20. There are 4 of these stone vats, the same ones that we saw earlier to the north. And each of them is filled nearly to the brim with a sharp smelling fluid. And at the bottom of each of the vat, you can see this chunk of like kind of porous stone that's kind of bubbling. And then hanging on the wall near each of these vats are long bone-handled brushes and combs.
These might be polishing vats.
Or monkey scrubbing vats.
Or monkey shines.
Or stuff that they would drink or eat once they're gone, monkey crazy stone.
Round.
It's an ape spa. I don't know. Everything here seems like it's bad.
Yeah. Horace will take.
How?
Drink nothing.
No, I was gonna say he's gonna put the tip of his sword in the liquid and see if anything happens to it.
Oh, you're gonna put your sword into one of the vats.
I gotta go on mute, guys.
Okay.
Just the first inch or so of it.
Okay.
And then he'll pull it out and see if anything's happened to it.
The tip of it is maybe if you had plunged it into a hot oil or something, it's a little bit shinier, a little bit brighter. You can kind of tell the variance. But, that's all.
Okay.
There's no other discernible effect. The stones in the bottom of the vat don't bubble any more fiercely or anything.
So does to Gib, does the stones look like it's actually venting air or some type of gas, or that it's boiling? The stone itself is boiling.
Yeah, it looks more like an air effect.
It's what do they call that?
Jacuzzi?
Yeah, it's a hot tub, right? Aerating. It's being aerated in a way.
Correct. Yeah, that would be a good description.
So is the air in this room smell?
It does. It smells kind of sharp and bitter.
Okay. How does Gib feel? Does he feel like he's, not hallucinating or feeling any weird?
Oh, you feel queasy or funny or peculiar? No, you don't. You don't notice any side effect from this smell. It's not overpowering. It's just a sort of
It's pungent.
Yeah.
Okay. Horace will go ahead.
It's sort of like walking into a clean bathroom.
Oh, okay. Almost like it's been bleached or something.
Yeah, but it's not bleach smelling.
Right, it's not bleach. Right.
But the tip of the sword did look cleaner, right?
It did look brighter.
Horace is gonna kind of tap the edge of the blade on one of these vats just to make sure the integrity of the tip of his sword hasn't been had anything happen to it.
No, yeah, it's sound steel and iron.
Okay. Then he'll take as much of the blade, or try and get as much of the blade as he can into the vat to shiny up his sword.
Okay. You do that.
Is the vat liquid warm? Are the vats warm?
Yeah, good question. It's might be tepid or lukewarm. It's not radiating steam or anything like that, but it's certainly not chilled as you would expect, like a stone.
Or it's definitely warmer than the walls.
Right. Warmer than the stone, or maybe the stone is the vat itself is slightly warm.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Not hot like a hot tub or a bathtub or anything like that, or even a cooking thing.
Right.
It's just
maybe a little over 80.
And does it look like that the and how big in circumference are these?
4 feet. 2 feet tall with a 4 foot diameter. They're kind of roundish. I've drawn them as ovals, so they're ovalish.
And is there anything like
4, kind of
monkey hair floating around in it or anything like that?
You don't see any residues within the vats. Though inspecting some of the brushes, there are rough gray hairs in them. Not many, but a few.
It's probably where they had him take baths then.
It might have been where they were cleansed or something.
Yeah.
Or they
Or-
cleanse themselves under this magic.
Or they're brainwashed.
Right, that's it. Right.
It's almost like a process, right? They get their brain sucked out, and they get cleaned and prepped for experimentation.
It is a spa.
Sterilization of the specimens.
Gibbs gonna yeah, I don't know.
It's a poser.
Well, unless there's anything else we want in this room.
So Gibbs gonna we should all just search those still. So Gibbs gonna search
good
the
idea.
north wall.
Horse and his shiny sword will check the
Was-
western wall.
We have 4 of you all searching. Is that about right?
Sure.
Yeah,
There's
I think so.
oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Malachi's with us.
Heck yeah.
No, you don't find anything searching.
Okay. Shall we move southward?
Sure.
I like that. Let's go with it. I like this plan.
Horse likes his shiny sword.
Ah, interesting. We've come around.
Thank goodness. So after the monkeys were clean, they could come out again.
Yes.
Yeah, so this opens to a large chamber that measures something like 40 by 30. You can see a few doors off to the north and a wide passage opening to the east.
I suggest we go down over here and map that side out instead of explicitly moving forward this way, so we know what's down that hallway.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Before we do that, Gibbs gonna listen in the doors.
To the north?
Yes.
As long as you don't hear deep, heavy breathing. The sound like the Titanic were breathing in and out. No.
No, you don't hear anything there, Gib.
Okay. Gib Hurley catches up with the
party. Mm. Okay, you're passing the you can see the cylindrical shape as you're passing it through this wide corridor. That's that fluted pedestal.
We will refrain from destroying that pedestal for now.
For now.
You're going to leave it alone, okay?
Yeah.
For now.
I know I'm sorry. I should have just more clearly reminded you that you were passing that pedestal. Did you want to do anything to it? I know you.
Oh no, I'm more. Yeah, thank you, but yes, I'm thinking.
You're fine.
Well, I'm thinking. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something, and I'm just thinking if we can't figure out the source of this.
Can we go back to the last chamber? There is something for you to be seen here, and I didn't have it noted on my.
In this one.
Map. Yes. Let me just quickly make a note for myself.
No problem. Hey, wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Do you remember when we were just in that back room and we found
a thing?
a marvelous thing.
I think we skipped something important.
Let's see. Here on the oops, wrong there. Damn it. Here on the western wall, there's a large mural that I'm going to give you a handout of.
Woohoo!
That shows 5 human-sized shapes stalking forward on all fours on their hands and feet, like tigers, through an orchard of fruit-bearing trees towards a gluttonous lord that reclines on a luxurious rug with a lady relaxing in a clearing, obviously picnicking on some sort of fruit. And then every so often, one of the figures in the murals, the eyes seem to turn and look at you, but then when you go to look back at it, it's as if it were stone or painted. It's as if it were a painted relief. So let me get you your handout.
Hey, did you? Hey,
What
wait,
the?
did you?
I think
No.
I saw something.
Here's a handout of the mural. Everyone.
Can we paste pictures in the chat?
You can try. I don't know.
Let's find out.
I think you can probably do it in the Hangout chat.
Absolutely, in the Hangout chat. Yep. Good call, Nils. Let's see. We are in Documents of Gann.
No pasting pictures in the Roll20.
Oh.
Is the poll still
Oh yeah, I've got the poll.
is the poll still with us?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So
Go ahead.
Gib asks for the poll from who was carrying it, who was carrying it.
Nils.
Yep.
Does he hand him the poll?
Sure.
My
Okay,
precious. You want my precious? Yes,
You already
I
gave that up.
Yeah, I know, that's true. All right, yes.
The
Go ahead,
10-foot pole, and he jabs it where those eyes were,
Good move.
like as if he's trying to like knock open to see if they were either alive or if there was like a as a sight through. Then they quickly pushed it over with the with like fake eyes or part of the painting eyes.
Okay.
I know what you're
Okay.
trying to do. I get it. Oh, there's the handout. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's very creepy. And those tiger guys are looking at us.
Occasionally.
Anybody else find that creepy?
Horace doesn't like it
Oh,
one bit.
so all of the eyes look at us once in a while.
Yeah, they're different. All the eyes on this mural itself, from one time or another, you seem to feel as if they are watching you or spying at you.
Got it.
You do like quickly knock at a few of those areas with the pole. Some chips fly loose, and some of the painting gets damaged or marred from the
stick.
pole itself, and you can see as if there might be a small hole in the wall, but nothing more than that. Like this, maybe the size of your pinky finger, the tip of your pinky finger.
Mm-hmm.
And additional striking, I guess, doesn't expose more of that hole. It doesn't, get deeper, bigger, open up the space.
Is it a painting of some type?
It is a mural. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and is it in color?
It is.
What are the color of the men?
They're kind of in shadow, like as if they're kind of coming out of this this grove of fruit trees, and
like they're stalking the glutton and his lady.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the glutton and his lady have a guard, or is that the player characters looking at it?
That's the characters for scale.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but good call out there. Mm-hmm.
Any weird colors stand out in it?
The color out of space.
The fruit itself has a peculiar color, like a cobalt blue. The fruit that's in the trees and the fruit that the Lord and Lady are dining
And this
on.
is the height of the painting too, correct?
It is. Mm-hmm.
So Gib will cautiously go up and examine the eyes closer than
Okay.
look, being off to the slight ajar to it, so he's not sticking his eye right up to it.
Sure. That one figure that's in the center of the painting, the one that's crouching and turned looking towards you directly, you can
Creeps me out, for the record.
Yeah, that's the one where you had sort of knocked free that
Chip.
penny-sized chip that seems to go all the way through the wall itself.
Mm-hmm.
But when you touch and feel around the wall, it's solid. It's thick stone. And you remember you had kind of mashed the pole at that area, and you couldn't enlarge or expose that
Hole any
hole
bigger.
further.
And as a wizard, does he feel like anything's magical about the painting?
No, it doesn't. It's not radiating any sort of magic. When you
Okay.
open your senses to try to attune yourself to that.
Mm-hmm.
Should we try to?
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, put out the lights and have one of the infravision people get up there and see if they could see a light on the other side that wouldn't be normally visible because it's so small.
Excellent idea.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can do that. It'll take a little bit of time, but that's absolutely doable.
I'm sure Gerd and Hannah could use the rest.
Yeah, we'll sit there in the dark quietly, catching our breath. She can't see, but she's not leaving Hammy alone.
Malachi is going to be guarding to the east, facing the east.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Horace will be flanking these doors, ready to hit something if he hears the door squeak open.
Okay.
Man, we have a problem in our group lacking diversity.
So do we see anything with the eyes?
You do. It's Hammy that's looking. Is that right?
Correct.
And I guess
Gerd is just there,
boosting him up on her knee.
or just making sure he's safe or whatever. She's not leaving him alone in the dark.
You can see sort of a figure like beyond the wall, sort of about his size, sort of hunched over and breathing.
Holding his eye?
No, not holding his eye. Just sort of almost standing motionless. And if it weren't for your key vision, you wouldn't be. But then it moves out of your. It sort of shuffles out of your line of sight.
Is it about the same size and shape as that horrible little thing that freaked out Sky? That last thing we rescued, we shouldn't have.
The emaciated brown green.
Yeah, the rat
gray brown
whatever.
half orc goblin thing.
It's maybe a little bit smaller than that.
Okay.
Gib recommends that we go through the left door first instead of going down to the.
Because we have movement here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nils?
Trying to ping that you want to go through that door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Want is a strong word.
Yeah. Exactly my thought. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it, but I gotta do this. Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory.
That's what I should name my followers.
You should. Or hope and glory. Need a third one. You got faith. Was it faith, hope, and
Chastity.
there you go. That's no fun. So we decided we're going through this door.
Yep.
I guess you are.
Horace has got a shiny sword. It's worth it.
Let's make sure the door doesn't close behind us again.
How would you like to do that?
Ah, crap. Can we just unlock it?
They all swing. They're all heavy doors, like kind of made out of these petrified wooden planks. And every door that you've opened is closed behind you, unless you want to take some action to prevent that.
You mean like it's swung closed?
Mm-hmm.
How is under what mechanism?
Under its weight, and it's
Okay, so it's weighted. It's
yes.
hung in such a way that it'll slowly close. Okay.
Correct.
Gibbs going to take one of his arrows and put it so when and slowly shut the door, but not all the way, and take the arrow and just put it in there. Just
Sure.
as if it's like a
Cross off
Like a doorstop or something?
yeah. Well, between the door and not a doorstop on the ground per se.
Sure. Go ahead and cross off an arrow. I'll put a little
Yep.
mark here on the map for you.
Okay, so Aaron, is there right along that wall? Is that where Hammy seemed to see somebody behind it, or is it more in that area?
I'm sorry, I missed your ping.
Okay, so when Hammy saw the infrared outline of a figure, was it behind this part of the wall, or was it more over here?
Ah, gotcha. It was in this area.
Okay.
We need to step away for a few minutes.
Alrighty.
Do we want to wait for the wizard to get back?
Feeling a little under strength, are you?
You're the guy with an internal champion in your hip.
That's true. Okay, let's go on in.
He isn't a caster. He's not a caster. But yeah, I want to know what little fucking creepy thing's watching us. Heard it's a
Or
lady.
has his sword drawn going into this room?
Sword is drawn. Is that what you said, Ethan?
Malachi will lead.
All right. Malachi is leading. Oh, maybe what we should do is work out the marching order while we're waiting on Nils. Let me just grab the other tokens from the other map. If I can find them.
You find them. I'm going to find some iced tea. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Yes, I will. Give me like a minute.
Oh, shoot. When is your lantern expiring?
I'm back. Is anybody there?
Yep.
Have I been abandoned?
Here to the south of you guys in the black, I have laid out your tokens.
I see.
And I'm going to lay out a white field so that you can do a marching order. Just give me a moment to do that.
So I got to get zoomed in again.
Wrong layer.
Wrong hat. Nothing to sleep. Presto. Rah! No doubt about it. I got a new hat.
There we go. There you go, guys. You can do your marching order. To the north would be your direction of travel. And I do believe that you only have one light source operating right now.
I do believe it is Hammy.
I do believe that is correct.
Carrying Gerda's lantern.
And let's see, the lantern is good for 6 hours.
Sounds right.
That's why I have notes about this stuff. 4 hours.
I'm not seeing the marching order area, but
it's to the south of your current position, Mike.
Okay, I'm back.
Do you see it now?
My computer gets really slow Even with
It's I don't use your computer so much as it's roll 20.
uh,
And Mordecai is the one. Malachi's the one with the axe, right?
mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll put him in
And
front.
so we're showing south is the direction we're going.
You're traveling north. North is your direction of travel.
Okay.
And the direction of travel shall be north.
Do
Do you want to put the two wizards in the middle, or you want to put one in the middle, one in the back?
Gib will go in the middle.
Okay, so Gib and Gerda go side by side, Hammy in the back, with Nils's wizard.
Yeah, put me where.
Nils's
So
wizard
he's got-
has the bow, or is that
No,
Gib has the bow?
Gib has the bow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gib's in the second rank with Gerda, and
Okay, perfect. That's helpful.
Sir Cousin It is right there next to Hammy.
All right. Let's see. Light bearers, cross off a
In oil.
flask of oil. They're good for 4 hours.
Gib will get rid of his flask of oil to fill it up.
Oh,
Alrighty.
thank you.
Okay.
I was just going to ask, could that take my encumbrance down?
Or did
It does, but not until the next encumbrance check.
I just keep thinking of that cartoon in the DCC manual where the one guy's dressed pretty normally, the other guy has everything but the kitchen sink in his back and says, "Oh, we never use encumbrance rules. Why?"
Right. Right.
Magic bag of holding.
We need some of those.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
The absence of them.
This door opens into a chamber that is at least 20 feet deep and runs off there to the west. Let's see. And when you enter, you can see a very large, elaborately carved formal banquet table with 9 matching chairs. They're neatly arranged in the western portion of the room. That would be this area here. Did you guys catch that ping? I'm just making sure I'm okay on the layer I'm at.
I did not see a ping.
I did not see a ping.
Okay. That means that pinging on the layer I was at doesn't do anything.
I
Now
saw
I see a
that.
ping.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I forgot. Shit, I would like to go out and check this wall right there for a secret door.
Oh, you want to search there? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just finish the description here and then we
Please
can
do.
move
I just
on.
didn't want to forget again.
The wood appears to be sort of a highly polished or stained cherry wood with lots of tooled embellishments. But also, equally apparent are many patches of rot and signs of termite, scratches and dings all along this table. And that table is here. So you were saying you wanted to do a searching, Peter, on the here.
Yes, right. Yes.
Alrighty. Anybody else want to search?
so?
I think we
you're
also need to
searching-
search this wall here.
Okay.
Yes.
Where did you say the table was? Is it
I'm
like?
about to draw it.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna search the table.
Ah, okay.
He has some painted miniatures.
Well, we're not seeing the guy, and we're definitely a room over from the painting. So
Yeah, I think I would have trouble seeing through that much solid rock. at heat
exactly,
source.
even if there was even if it was a dime size hole, to see through that far would be
Difficult.
either way would be silly.
Yeah.
I'm just intrigued by the fact that I'm hearing there's almost a wood finish on this table, and everything else has been stone.
You know, that's an interesting observation. Well done.
So Gibbs gonna search that wall there.
Okay. I think we had
Oh, somebody else was on it.
one search here and one search here and one search here. Is that right?
Sounds
Sure.
Yep, sounds right.
Okay.
Let's go around the corner first and see what's in the rest of the room before we do anything.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
that's
don't
why
want them-
Horace was gonna go over
Yeah, that's
here just to
fine.
check out the table.
Oh, I think it's Nils is saying explore the chamber
Oh,
with your
sorry.
light because it's only
Yeah, yeah.
illuminating a portion of
It's a
the.
fair point.
I just don't want that thing to come back on us.
Okay. Nothing around the corner to jump out at us.
Yeah!
An owl bear.
Not an owl
No, an
bear.
owl deer.
Owl deer.
Owl deer. That's right. They're owl deer.
I'm gonna find a deer and an owl miniature,
Okay,
and I'm
this
gonna
is
make an
Peter's
owl bear.
search. You find nothing, Peter. This is Mike's search. You find nothing, Mike.
Hmm.
And this is Ethan's search. You find nothing there. I will tell you guys that the search roll is 2 and 6 for men
Uh-huh.
and 4 and 6 for elves,
What about women?
but not men and women.
Okay. I'm going to search that part, that additional, the 20-foot section that just inside the door, since there's 2 sections there and more to search.
Okay. And here is Ridian's search. Ridian, find something. Wait, what is this?
A nickel. Sorry.
An eye stuck in the wall looking through a hole.
And you stab at it really quickly.
Yeah, sorry. Just catching my notes.
You don't apologize. We're still alive.
What will I do? Can you guys see that now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that looks like a miniature demon or dragon thing.
Yeah, there's a thing there.
Oh, there is a thing there.
The
What is
bat.
that thing?
How did we find this thing? Is there a secret door or something?
Yeah, so you do find a secret door there. Which opens into this small vestibule. You can see this. There's this this humanoid figure that's maybe a little bit smaller than
Then that
Hammy.
scrubby thing we found. Oh,
That's perched up on this sort of this staff, this very short staff, and it turns its head to you. Let's see, is anyone surprised?
No. we knew he
It's
was
startled
here.
to see you come through the chamber, and you guys have a full round of free actions.
You
I
bet
don't-
we do.
Do we? I don't think we're going to attack everything, do we?
No, we don't
Well-
talk to this one.
Yeah.
I mean, Horace
Hello.
isn't even in range to attack, so
Hey, buddy. What's up?
Hello?
Sorry, just checking the reaction roll.
Gord is trying to be friendly.
Oh, you're calling out a greeting?
Mm-hmm.
It says,
Horace is just making his way to the party.
yeah, it swivels its head unnaturally on its shoulders.
shoulders.
Ew,
And
stop that.
You can see that it's this small humanoid figure with sort of like a cape over its shoulders,
Nah, even worse.
and it's about 2.5 or 3 feet tall,
It's an
Its head is
evil
completely-
dwarf wizard.
bald and shiven. Its facial
Damn.
features are kind of smashed long ways, not like narrowing its head into a kind of an elongated
So
The
shape.
micro vampire.
So it looks like
Midget
Stewie on the
vampire.
Family Guy.
I don't. No, that's the other way. That would make it fat. That would make it flat.
This guy's a vertical football, not a horizontal.
This
football.
is the midget vampire.
Mhm.
Right. So yeah. So he's got an elongated skull top.
Oh man.
Extra evil because he's got a big
Shit.
brain.
All the more reason to dissect the brain and kill him.
All right.
And he looks quizzically at you, and you call out a greeting to him. What do you say?
Hello. I believe you are watching us. Who are you?
I am the Watcher in the dark.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Peter, make a, and he says, close the door. And personality check.
Okay. Now, because I'm fatigued, everything is shift to die, you said?
Oh, shift down a die, yeah.
What does it mean? I roll a d16 instead of a d20?
Right.
Okay, and my personality is, I still got my modifier, right?
You do.
There'll be a +2 to this roll then.
Or not.
And you just the door that Radiant had pushed open for you, you just slide shut.
Nothing to see here, guys. What the
Or
fuck?
like
What did I
that.
just do? I think we need to waste this guy.
I think we do.
He just freaked me out.
He used the word of command on you.
That fucker! He used my trick!
Forrest comes over and gives Gert a good little slap on the face. Wake up.
Snap out of it.
Right, you go smack him then.
All
It
right, I'm
freaks
dumb
me
enough
out.
to not have a word of command, so Forrest will try and open the door.
It opens.
Malachi's right behind him.
Sure.
Hammy's
And
pissed.
again, it's sitting. It hasn't moved from its position on this perch of sorts, and it turns again quizzically and regards you with a casual glance. It says nothing. You've surprised it. You do have a round of a free round of initiative.
Horace is going to run in and start trying to slice it to bits.
You're going to charge it.
Yeah.
Right.
It just used mind control tricks on my friend. This is not okay.
I'm going to try and cast a spell.
I am casting too.
And Hammy's pulling out his 2 short swords.
Gib wonders why, for such a small person, he has such a deep voice.
Because he's
vampire
freaky,
man.
and he
Midget
turns his
vampire.
head unnatural ways.
Yeah, 180 degrees.
Vampire.
Fucking freaked me out.
And he doesn't blink.
He doesn't blink.
He didn't blink. It just turned around.
Horace
closed the
hopes his
door.
now shiny sword is coated with vampire slaying magic.
Scott Farkas had yellow eyes. As God is my witness, yellow eyes.
All right. Sorry, I was just catching up on my notes, looking for my pen. One interesting thing I did do, guys, is I took some time and wrote the monsters out on cards and did the conversions and stuff, so I have all that handy at my fingertips.
Ooh.
Cool. Oh, because this is originally a 1E, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is 1E.
Well, if this is a midget vampire and I get bit, it'll be interesting to have a vampire on the team.
Oh man.
If you stay good.
Oh,
True.
Can't take a chance. Just cannot take a chance.
Yeah, sorry.
It's for your own good. Love you, man, but hold still. I gotta stay right here. I'm sorry. Undead is strictly against the laws of nature, right there.
Even in this year of whatever this is, we've seen too many zombie movies.
That's it.
What's
so
the
many,
zombie
so many
movie?
tales of the dead that walk the night around the fire
No,
tail,
no,
creeping
I'm
you
good.
out as children.
I'm seriously, I think I'm good. Can I take a bite of your finger? Are you gonna eat that? Are you gonna eat all your finger, or your neck, or?
If you love me, you'd let me eat your brains.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty, guys. Let's see. Why did I get those? How did I get those numbers?
You made them up.
I just made them up. Those numbers. I guess
Suddenly has 90 hit points. What?
900 hit points. Wow. That's amazing.
God, it's getting worse by the second. We are so screwed.
Yeah, you decided to engage the immortal midget vampire.
I did not.
All
I
right.
decided to close the door. That's what I decided.
Horace, I think you're confusing Horace's idea. Who engaged whom? All right, Horace, go ahead. Any mighty deed? What are you doing? Just running in there, hell bent for leather.
I'm aiming for his heart, basically, to stab him through the heart, because not wood and stake.
Is he sitting on that staff, or is he
that's why you got
part of it?
Head off.
He's like kind of perched on it with his bare feet sort of wrapping around the base of it, and his hands.
So he's like literally balancing on the pole.
He is, yeah, and his hands are sort of gripping it down beneath his feet.
Wow, that's extra creepy.
I should say this dungeon has just been a creep show. Thank God there's no clowns.
Just wait.
Wait for it.
Wow,
25.
what a true and vicious blow. Describe to me how you delivered that.
Somebody is in love with the priestess.
I was so invigorated by the fact that I saw my companion almost like just get taken control of and possessed that I have none of this. I just throw the door open and just hurl my body with my sword first straight into this creature's chest, yelling, "Die, vampire scum!"
Okay.
Watch it be an astral
And
baby.
that's
We really need
exactly
to go.
what happened until the last minute when your blade just skids off his chest.
What?
And he throws back his chin, and his cape flies out to these two
Wings.
bat-like wings.
Mm-hmm.
And he flaps them.
He's the adult version of that thing we had to deal with earlier that was wrapped around the skull.
Oh, you think so?
Interesting.
Well, it's very
Interesting
similar to it anyway.
correlation. Yeah, it is similar.
Clearly, this thing needs magic
But
to
that
kill
thing
it.
was not humanoid. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do believe two of us were casting spells. So
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So that was Horace's action. He's sort of here in the middle.
Horace is a
attacking
little
this
puzzled
thing.
right now.
It's like what? Just he's like, look, you're like looking at your sword and you're looking at the beast.
So what's he doing now? I mean, his cape flapped open to
Wings, and
to
he's sort of
wings.
reared back, but he hasn't left its perch.
so he's like this death macaw.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Malachi is gonna go in and try to chop the staff.
Chop the perch. Good idea. All right, go ahead and he's a warrior, so he gets a mighty deed.
You are way
Yeah.
too pleased with
Why
all
did
of
you-
this.
What is it? A D4 his level? Who knows?
What is
Yeah,
he? He's a level
he's a-
4 wizard or level 4 warrior?
I think
Yeah, he's a level
so.
4 warrior.
It's a D6.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, level
Now-
4 warrior should be D6 D die.
So I roll a 20 and a D6 declaring the
The deed.
The deed.
Yep.
Indeed.
Hit die, no. Level 4. It is level 4, so whatever you tell me, Ethan, you know
So
better.
can you
It's a
describe?
D6.
Can you describe actually? No, we'll just go ahead with that. He'll just go ahead and just try to chop at the stick.
At the staff? Okay.
At the
So
staff.
roll a D20 and a D6. And if you get 3 or more on the D6, then your deed goes off. But that's going to be, well, yeah, that's +4 to your roll. So you got a 6. You would have hit armor class 6. Yeah, you totally hit the staff, and you just shatter it with your axe.
Axe
And
was
it
meant
starts
to do.
flapping its wings, and it's just kind of floating there in the air before you, and you can see its limbs now fallen off from the perch, and it's sort of fluttering there in the air, and they're really, really long. I mean, his feet are almost touching the ground, and his head's about 4 feet in the air.
So this is not the
Oh,
thing
wow.
Hammy saw through the wall.
It is. It would be equivalent to what Hammy saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Gert is
because remember,
casting.
Hammy saw that stuff about right here,
Mm-hmm.
and you're about right here. So there's a correlation.
Gert is casting Banish.
Banish. All right.
That's when the silver chains come whipping out and wrap around it.
Oh, is that if it can't flee the area or something, right? We'll have
Correct.
to read this.
Well, it depends if I can even get it off of the D16.
Why don't you roll your spell check with your shift down?
Right, D16 with a +7.
That's pretty good.
So it's an 18.
Looks like it.
Because it's not shock on my.
And we're a +1 right now, I think.
On the chat it says 2.
Oh, because my die. Oh, it's the die doesn't. Yeah, I'm sorry. But yes, it's a 9. It doesn't go off.
And it's also a point of disapproval.
Yeah.
So remember that we at a +1 right now. Does that do anything for you?
That'd take me to a 10.
And Hammy doesn't want to throw out 2 or a luck. What do you need to get to do something? A 13 or 12?
Let's double check this. I think a 15.
Oh,
15
that's
because it's a 2. It's level 2, right?
Let's double check it. Yeah, it is level 2. So what do I need to cast level 2?
It depends on the spell, usually.
Here it is, 14 or 15.
Yeah, you'd have to throw 2 points in.
And Hammy is at a... Well, he's taken 6 of his 17 so far. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to burn any luck this turn.
Okay, so
Milton's casting a spell as well, I believe.
Yeah, but before we leave you, I would just want to note you're going to pick up a point of disapproval.
I have marked it. Yeah.
Were you carrying any before we started, or?
Yeah, so I'm now at 3.
Okay, so that's going to be disfavor at a D4. Let me just grab the reference.
Oh, because I rolled a 2.
Yep.
Correct. Right. And remember the disfavor is checked on the natural die result, not
not the modified.
Not the modified result.
Otherwise, we'd never get disfavor.
So that's interesting. I'll have to check. I wonder if you could get a successful spell result and disfavor at the same time. Do you follow what I'm saying, Ethan?
Maybe in the higher ones.
You theoretically could.
Well, yeah, because you could have your disapproval could be way the fuck up there.
Right. And let's say you rolled a 5, but your mods pushed you to a 14 or something.
But
like
you would
that.
have had so much disfavor at that point that you probably wouldn't be a cleric anymore.
Well, no, it would be just...
No, if I'd failed 5 spells so far, I'd be at a disapproval of 5. And if I rolled a 5, that is disfavor. But with my modifiers, that's a successful roll.
I'm going to have to check. I'll have to check that one.
It should automatically go to disfavor instead of the spell going off. I believe is the order that it happens. I need to check.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah, I think we'll have
the disfavor may trump the success.
That's
I think it's an interesting academic argument that doesn't really matter in this case.
Yeah, that is.
So let me just get your disapproval chart for DCC projects. Nope, deities. Ildavar. And it's a D4 for you, Pete.
I rolled a 4.
Carry the message. That is my sacred duty. Convert D10 followers by the next fortnight or test again at +5.
Great. I'm already looking for 2 more as it is. Wow. So I need a total of 9 more.
You got to get a lot of friends.
Well, we got the village nearby. I guess I have to start setting up a temple. And I'm thinking some of my party members should probably start joining up since I keep healing them. I just think it's the polite thing to do.
Okay, so let's see. I have how many more? Peter, 4 more.
7 is what I rolled. It's a D10,
Oh,
right?
pardon me, 7. I wasn't looking at the chat, so I didn't.
Yeah, so it's a total of 9 is what I need to get now.
Because you've already got a few.
Right, I already had to get 2 more.
Yeah.
Got to make sure I convert all of Brian's characters first thing. So
I was going to say, as soon as my father's character comes back, you should be converting him.
You guys
Do you need
should
to
all
be here to
probably be
convert it?
faithful followers of Ildevar, given the amount of healing that's been going around.
and you don't need to be neutral to worship a neutral god.
That's what he
That is
just
true.
said.
Yeah.
However, Gib gave that big speech about how he can't because he's fallen in love with the one of the fates.
I get it. You can have a patron, but you can pay homage to a deity too. It's a big universe. I'm just saying, think about it. It's not like marriage. It's not a one thing. You can have a patron and somebody you sing to on Sunday. When we have
Okay,
coffee and
so
cake
is,
after services.
Free coffee and donuts.
Acorn bread.
That's it.
All right. Any other spells or anything that's happening?
Yep.
Let's hope he's more successful than I was.
All right. So, Regin steps forward, starts casting a spell, but it's not something that you've noticed before. Seen the style of spell he's cast before, and it looks very, very different from anything that he's done. And let's see here.
It'll all end in tears.
You better believe it. And he's going to spell burn for 2.
Wow.
What spell are you casting?
He is not messing around.
So puzzled and perplexed.
Spider crawling. He's going to walk across the ceiling and get out of here.
And suddenly he
You
casts.
got the right idea, but not quite where we're at. What I'm doing. So I don't actually have the spell in my book yet, so I'll have to roll it manually.
Oh, okay.
I mean, my online.
Gotcha.
I have the spell in front of me printed, but I don't
Cool.
have it on my.
This is some big shit going down.
Some
Shit. Okay, so 6 plus 2 for the burn is 8. Plus
Right?
1 is 9. Plus
Right.
4 for the
Level.
13.
How much would take you to the next level of what you need to do?
1.
Okay,
Unless
Hammy's
it's something
burning.
else.
What are you
Okay.
doing? If you need it, Hammy will burn one.
before you read the description of the spell, because I'm curious too.
Yeah.
I think I know where this is coming from, Nils.
Yeah.
I would like the Mercurial magic check, please.
Yes.
Oh, wait, are you freeze? Is the whole place going to freeze?
Right.
No, that's somebody else. Hold on.
No, we're going to get Greater Caster, and he's going to reroll on a D30.
Okay, so you want Mercurial or the manifestation or the spell burn effect?
Let's start with the spell burn effect. That's a
Okay.
D24.
Spell burn.
No. Because of the it's a D4 because of its
Oh,
the
it has
style
a
of
D-
spell it is.
Okay. Tell me what the spell burn effect is for this D4 check you're making.
2.
Head explodes.
Oh, great. Do I read what it says?
Yes, please.
A huge spectral spider appears and plunges its fangs into the caster, who visibly blanches and shrivels as it extracts the life force, expressed strength, agility, and stamina. The appearance of the caster weakened and unable to move for a D4 rounds.
Holy
After
shit.
exsanguinating the caster, the spider disappears.
What the hell is this spell?
You get creepier by the minute.
So I'm not apeshit. I'm not even moving for 3 rounds.
Paralytic.
Yeah,
Or
and
is it
unfortunately,
he's more afraid of his wizard, or
Spell still goes off, right?
It does, yeah.
it does. Okay, so now
Now, how about the now?
Holy Jesus.
Now the Mercurial effect, and then the manifestation.
that the Mercurial is just straight from the book, right?
Yeah, just a percentile.
But it's minus 10 because of my -1 luck, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Mhm. Roll high, roll high, roll high, roll high.
Oh,
36,
crap.
36.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not in the good half.
26.
Yeah, no.
36 total.
Demonic voice. The words of the spell are in a demonic tongue unknown to mortals. A demon is compelled, allowed to speak the spell through the wizard's own throat. The strain of channeling this unnatural voice leaves the wizard unable to speak for D4 rounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Horace isn't sure if he's more afraid of the creature in front of him or
Yeah. Or his old buddy.
Another 3 rounds. So, well, I'm out for 3 rounds anyway, so it's not like I really need to speak.
Yeah.
Hold on,
That's
let me
true,
find-
so
because you
Gillis,
could
you
be
make-
paralyzed
just make
and still
a-
cast a spell.
You might
If
make
you
a
could-
parenthetical note on your character sheet for this spell is Mercurial 36.
I
So you have that
36.
right.
Yeah, I got that. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
dying
right, so-
to know what it does.
Now
Not
the
a lot,
manifestation, the manifestation, the manifestation.
Not a lot because I only got
14.
yeah, 14.
Okay,
One.
well, Hammy's going to burn a luck if you need this.
You got it into the successful range by doing
Okay.
that.
But there should be a manifestation to the spell and then the
It is.
effect.
Right.
Right.
So the manifestation is a large red spider with black hair and fangs appears and bites the target.
Okay.
The whole
Interesting.
spell was in order to bite yourself with a spider?
No, he's spelled burn,
That's
and
not
the
a good
effect of the
spell.
spell burn
Don't
was
cast
this
that spell again.
was this
It's
this
a magic
this
spider.
ethereal spider came creeping up behind him and sunk its fangs into the back of his neck. Ridian goes paralytic as he kind of croaks out this demonic chant that words and languages that you've never
Got
heard
you.
before that send chilling
That is the
Killing,
tongue of Mordor.
chills down your spine as this large red spider leaps from the shadowy corners at the at this fluttering humanoid and
Vampire
plants its
thingy.
fangs into its neck.
Okay. And this is where it's probably going to fail if I based
Well,
on
no,
the spell.
Yeah,
The
it'll be
skin,
magic.
the target's skin's blister from the venom coursing through its body. The target must make a fortitude save versus 14, I guess. So why don't you do that, Aaron?
Roll a 1, Aaron. Roll a 1.
Oh,
No. Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, hold on.
It is
If
a vampire
successful,
baby.
the target still receives a D4 damage and one point of temporary agility damage.
okay. And then what happens to the spider? Does it just
I guess it just goes away. It doesn't.
It
doesn't-
wriggles and tickles and wiggles in cider.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, he smashes it with one of this large hand that's like twice the size of Hammy's, but it's twice as the size because it has these long skeletal like fingers, and it just smashes it into its chest. But it does take damage. How much damage does it take, Nils?
100
D4.
points. D40. I distinctly heard you say 40.
Okay, there we go.
D40.
I thought it was 400. D400.
I heard somewhere in the realm of 400,000, but
I rolled a D40 and it still only took 9 damage. Okay, here's a D4. 1 point. Yeah.
That's what we get for being smartasses.
Yeah. Well, obviously I'm out for a while. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Well, 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay,
so was that like spider summon or something? Or
something. Or it's just like a spider biting spell rather than a summoning.
yeah.
Freaked the crap out of me.
Oh yeah. So
Horace is
there's a
shitting
question.
himself.
Does the party require to make a morale check after my spell?
We're used to your shit by now.
Yeah.
You sure?
I mean,
You
Horace
keep
is pretty
pushing it.
freaked out, but at the same time, this bat creature is almost as freaky because his sword didn't hit it. So
Yeah, we're still not that impressed with that. We're still worried about this weird.
I think because the
Tiny
magic
things.
it hurts you more than it hurts your targets.
Yeah.
now, if you would summon like 400 spiders that size, we would have been shitting ourselves. But
Well, that also is because I did spellburn. The only reason it did anything to me is because I spellburned.
That's
Okay.
true. And you have a very narrow. It sounds like narrow specific spellburn result over there, Ridian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Gib is not casting a spell, so I think that we're all done on our side. But
You don't want to do anything, Gib. You just want to stand and watch agape. Which is fine.
Yeah, he's
Prepare to close the door and abandon his companions.
Yeah. I think I got something cooking on the stove.
All right.
That's all smart wizards do.
Yeah.
Okay, initiative.
I believe the warrior has the best chance.
Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to roll
8
for
to
this.
15.
Okay.
And you add your level, right?
Yeah.
Casting a
level.
spell. Gibbs casting a spell.
Oh yeah. Anybody else casting?
I mean,
15.
I don't think I should.
Not Ridian.
No, I think you should.
What am I going to cast?
I don't know. All right.
I can try banish again. I'll try it one more time.
Magic is only only magic can hurt it.
I'm casting banish.
And Gibbs the only magicer for the next 3 rounds outside of the priestess. And
I did just check the rule about the disapproval thing, Peter.
Mm-hmm.
So every time you fail a spell check, you get a point of disapproval.
Right.
Once your disapproval grows above 1,
mm-hmm.
when you roll the die and the natural result is within your disapproval range,
mm-hmm.
the spell automatically fails and you gain another point of disapproval, and then you check disfavor. That's the way I'm reading it on page.
Yeah, so even if you rolled a success with all your bonuses, it wouldn't go off. It's still an automatic failure.
Disfavor trumps it.
Right. Yeah. It's on page 29 if anybody wants to look at it. But that's the way I'm reading it right now.
It's like the idea of rolling a 1, even if you somehow had miraculous mods to get yourself to hit, the fumble still automatically trumps it. Right. Okay.
I don't like it, but I can see it.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's not great, but now
it's realistic. Makes sense.
Hildevar's turned her attention even closer to you. You're her favored servant, though she's really now questioning your methods.
So my initiative roll makes this simultaneous.
Simultaneous.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that what it is? We're both at 15. You guys both rolled at 15.
Yep, I'm a 15.
11 plus 4. Any agility mods or anything?
No agility mod.
All right.
Yeah, I have an agility mod, but I can't add my level, so we'll stick with adding that level.
Which will
Okay,
go up
so
every level.
simultaneous. Let's see. Horace is in there fighting him. That's the only one who's in there fighting him, right?
So is Malachi.
And the Malachi is too.
Oh, and Malachi.
He shattered the staff with his axe.
Okay. The low side for Horace. High side for Malachi.
Horace.
Let's see. You're missed.
If that hits, we have a problem.
He lashes out with his long bony hands and misses you.
Holy cow. That was lucky.
Well, I'm really glad that he's rolling as badly as I am. That's all I
Okay,
can say.
Gibbs casting flaming hands.
Alrighty.
No spell burn.
Horace is ducking.
Well, there's no spell burn, so it's not gonna. It can't be that good. We are at a +1, right?
You are at a +1 today.
I mean, my wizard rolls a D30 on his flaming hand.
So it's a total of +5 right now.
That's enough for some
No, you
serious.
gotta be more than that. What's your intelligence?
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
What's your intelligence, Mike?
14.
That's a +1. And you're level
Yeah,
3?
no, so it's I'm level 4.
You're level 4, so that's a 5. +1. What's today is 6. That's a 9.
That's not enough.
Yeah,
That's
I'd have to get a lot of pumping up to get anything going.
You need at least 3 to get to success, or you just lose it and have to spellburn later to recover it.
I lose it in spellburn later, probably.
Or we go up and go to camp because we're all fucked up.
But assuming we survive.
So do you want to throw anything at it, Hammy?
Oh, so yeah, Gert is casting. I forgot, and then Hammy's coming at it with his 2. Well, regular weapons seem to bounce off it, right?
Right. No, but do you? Okay, so if Gib loses this, then he can't cast it again unless he spell burns.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So you either.
So how much do you need? How many would you need to pump it by?
I need 4.
So you need 2 luck.
Yeah.
Wait. Wait. So I rolled a 9. I need 3.
Well, it comes in 2s.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you're going to need to. It's probably best to bump it up to just so that
Okay, then after this encounter, we're going to have to go up because I will be at 8 luck, which
that's
the negative.
This is a pretty.
Actually, hold on. I forgot to include my intelligence, so that would have gotten me to my successful level without Hammy's usage of luck.
Okay.
So you should get that 1 point back that you gave me.
All right. So then he is going to be at 11 if he gives you 2. All right. I will give you 2.
Okay.
Wow, generous.
Then that gives me, so that'll put me up to 13, right? So it's a 1d3.
I'm sorry. No, I'm right at 10. I'm sorry. I'm not at 11. I'm at 10.
Got it.
So how do I do a d3 again?
It's in the chat.
Oh, that's right. Come on, 3.
Yep, there it is. 3 points in the chat window.
So it kind of just like burps out of his hand. It's kind of like almost like a methane flame.
More important is he didn't lose it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's like like a methane flame, but it sort of drives the creature back and it bashes itself into the wall and it's trying to get away from this flaming fire
because it doesn't like light.
Vampire.
It's the Watcher in the darkness.
I am the Watcher in the night, in the dark.
Yeah, Hammy's bringing that lantern in the room, by the way. Just to really piss it off. Gerda's gonna come on, baby. May the strength of Ildar hold you, beast.
Good.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's plus a 7.
14,
So 14
plus 7.
To 21. Hardy har har.
Good roll.
I think the secret is I have to say something.
You have to invoke.
You have to invoke
You
it.
have to
Exactly.
emote and evoke.
I have to RPG. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah, my paladin has to yell flaming axe and then it does things.
Nice. 21. Oh, 22 would even be better. Level 4. Plus 2. Plus 1 for the day. Yeah, it's only a plus 7. Damn it. 21. If the target is within 90 feet, the cleric, it must make a will save or be forced back to its place of origin. Supernatural creatures, including demons, devils, elementals, and other denizens of foreign planes, are forced back to their native planes. Summoned creatures, although animal summoning, blah, 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 it's not, I doubt it's summoned. Mundane creatures are simply forced to the outer edge of a 90-foot range for the next 2d6 plus cleric hours. Such targets cannot approach any closer than 90 feet, nor can they hurl missile weapons, speak in the cleric's direction, or otherwise take action against him. If forced within 90 feet, a mundane target takes 1d12 plus cleric level arcane damage each round. This damage can kill the creature if it's reduced to 0 hit points.
Okay, it starts to quake and quiver, and its wings flap in around it, and it starts spinning around and gets drawn into a smaller ball until and it's gone.
Goes poof.
Like a small wisp of smoke. You're not sure if it's from Gibbs' flaming finger or what. And then you hear this horrible scream, this roar, far to the north. It
far to the north.
It shakes the very.
Did we just see that ping from Aaron?
Mm-hmm, it shakes the very foundation of the floor.
Oh,
holy shit!
Thank God. Yeah.
So that may just have been some sort of astral projection of it. Yeah.
Sure.
Or some wizard's familiar, right?
Yeah, I think so.
She turns around. Wait. Gerda turns around slowly and looks at the group and says, "That's why you should worship Ildevar." Hammy says,
I
need
do
a
we
nap.
wanna-
"I need lunch and I need a nap."
Do we want to fight in close quarters or where we're at now? So I guess we're going there. So we're gonna Gib yells out that we should be prepared for something to come through that door.
You think something big's coming down?
Yeah. So
I think we
Malachi.
pissed something off.
So
the sound didn't come from directly where I pinged. I was just giving you an impression from the direction. of which
okay. Either way, Malachi is gonna be ready for something.
Mhm.
You know, standing. Come on. Come on.
So when you said that sound came from the north, I felt it sounded like you said it was coming from the sort of vast northern direction, not just like right outside the wall.
Correct. Mhm. I see where Malachi's standing and guarding. I got you, Mike.
Did we look under the table? Let's look under the table. Hammy points that out because he's short. And he's tired. And he does not feel lucky at the moment.
Sure. So under the table, there's, bits of rotted wood that have sort of fallen out where the termites have been sort of working their way through this ornate cherry table.
And there's now a sleeping halfling.
You can see that the table's kind of segmented, like there are latches and things underneath there where you might be able to pull it apart.
Make several smaller ones or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but not like there's just something like a little box stuck up underneath.
No, you don't notice anything. Though when you were in that little alcove to the south, you did notice a number of like refractive lenses that you could peer through and see out into the darkness to the west there. But it looks like this is a watching place.
Describe that again, Aaron.
So in the closet to the south, that little alcove to the south,
where we just fought, where
you just found that demon creature that you fought. There are a number of like little refractive lenses which you can peer through, and you're like looking at them or examining them. It looks like they would allow you to look out into the west there.
So they're not loose; they're in the wall.
They're in the wall.
Okay.
They're embedded in the wall.
Wow, pretty cool. So
can we see down where the light is? Is there? And there's nothing coming.
Nothing's coming.
Nothing's coming.
The floor's not shaking or anything like that.
Okay.
No T-Rexes.
And so when hold on, Gib's gonna go look at the table as well. Is there anything? Is there any like drawings or anything on the top of the table? Is there any like?
Not on the top, like on the edges and on like the legs and things like that. It's like intricately worked, like scroll work and flowers and vines and things.
Nothing that's a rune or anything like that.
No runes or
no runes.
Markings.
And so Gib's gonna. And so what are the legs of the table like?
They're like.
Gib's gonna search the legs of the table.
Oh, you want to spend some time searching the table?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Hey, what happened? I just woke up.
What? Hey, somebody wake up Ridian.
I banished it.
Let's see. One.
Did my new friends do anything?
Your spider attacked you and then another spider attacked him.
We're not sure which one did more damage, though.
Yeah, you're creeping us out, man. You are really creeping us out.
Gib, you don't find anything searching.
So Gib's gonna analyze the table mechanism. You know how it comes apart.
Okay.
Does it look like it would turn into anything else?
Transformers.
No, it looks like it's those. It's designed to break the table down into smaller pieces, maybe for moving around, like in and out of this area.
Right.
Or, converting to smaller tables instead of this big long
Right.
configuration that it's in right now.
Got it. Okay.
It's
That seems very plain.
yeah, it's very mundane, I guess you might say.
And then Gibbs gonna search this wall.
I don't know. Oh, I just realized I'm not presenting anything. Sorry, which wall are you searching, Gib? Bing, bing, bing. Okay. Let me get you a roll. No, you don't find anything.
Okay. Let's go see where that leads to.
You want to go off to the north here?
That's what I say we do.
All right. We're not in the best of shape. I'm just pointing it out.
He's not wrong.
How much disapproval do you have, Peter?
3.
Hammy's down a little bit of luck. Anybody taking any damage?
He's down to 10. So far,
I'm on full health, but
yeah, we healed last time because my dice were hot last week.
Yeah, Malachi's gonna lead.
So let's be honest, a 14 on a D16, that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
definitely in the upper echelon of what you could have rolled.
Do we hear anything behind the door?
Hang on, let me just skim my notes here for a moment.
The other reason I want to go up after as soon is if I gain 1 stamina back on each of my guys, they'll be over half, and they won't have that die shift down one.
Ah, right, the die shift down.
Okay, well, are we wanting to go camp? Is what you're wanting to do?
That's what we're gonna have to do to get that back. But we are right here, so I don't see a problem with. We're not bleeding to death.
Right.
I'm just not. I can't roll as well as also. I can't contribute.
So
as
we
well.
won't. So if we go back now, Gib can get another Eternal Warrior with a +1, potentially, right? Or
remember, we're trapped.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. No.
What? Why?
The room with the 4 jars in it had a secondary door that got us out. We figured out that the apes came through, got their brains washed once they were trapped in that room, and then they got a bath.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that it actually. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I got it.
But we were trapped. You are correct, but we have found a way out.
Right.
So I don't have a problem going through that door. I mean, we're right here, and we got an Eternal Warrior with us. And hit point wise, I mean, if we have to make a run for it, we can. I'm just saying I can't contribute as much, but you didn't lose flaming hands.
Correct.
So we're not in that bad a shape.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Nils has made a new creepy 8-legged friend, apparently.
Yeah. Okay, so Aaron, we're
he's doing something.
Oh, you're going to go through this door here to the
right
west. All right.
To the west.
Just give me just a second. I just need to skim my notes really quickly.
yes, here we are.
Just remember, you make that note that whatever we just did helped save our lives, and so all the bad things now we're just going to surrender.
Like they were all being enslaved, and so they're now under our control.
In fact, they're really grateful. Here's some presents.
In fact, happy.
They're delighted.
And they give Horus a baby dragon egg.
Now you're just pushing it.
And Gib 6 new spells.
That's it.
But you can't hold any of them, so your brain explodes.
But the effect is spectacular.
No, we're talking about happy, good things that happened.
That's okay.
In fact,
Nils, Mr. Kill the Good Time.
Another spell that he gets is that he gets to hold twice the amount of spells that he's.
Yeah, he gets a spell of holding.
So
right,
put
he gets a spell of holding.
Fucking Gloomy Jor's pants.
What was that? Something about Gloomy Dwarf fans?
Yeah, that's yeah.
You heard him. Okay, what did Ethan? You named that thing was Vampire Baby or something like that?
Midget vampire.
Midget Vampire. Okay.
Going AFK for a second.
Alrighty.
I always think he's going out to the Colonel to grab a bucket. Get extra biscuits. I love biscuits.
Get the coleslaw.
Okay, well, you can have mine. I like a small amount, and then I'm done. I'll have your biscuits.
Yeah, it's not like I can have biscuits.
I just said you can't have biscuits. You can have my coleslaw because I'm a generous friend, and I'll eat your biscuits so you're not tempted.
I don't think there's anything I can have at KFC.
I can't think there's anything at KFC I can have and not end up feeling like shit afterwards. It's like when Cap, Aaron, and I went to White Castle. It was delicious, but I felt like shit afterwards.
I don't even remember that. I remember going to White Castle, but I kind of remember it being closed.
Yeah, we had to go through the drive-through because it was closed. The drive-through was on the
drive-through or something.
No, we drove through and then we parked out front, and because we didn't have anywhere to go.
I don't think I ate anything. I remember Cap got something, right?
Oh yeah, he did and I did. Yeah, I think. Yeah. You're better off than I was, but you tend to have a more iron stomach than I do.
All right.
Yeah, I probably never get to use this Wolsang gang, but they're fun to paint.
All right. We'll wait for Mike.
Hell yes. He has flaming hands.
How about flaming Cheetos?
I have an ogre with a golf club. I love that. He carries a golf club as a weapon. That's great. Come here. I want to talk to you.
Good remembering here.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. We were just waiting for you to.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
To enter the room here.
Yeah.
So that you could die along with all of us.
Yeah, we like to die together.
Except for me.
That's right.
Nils never likes to die.
He's Mr. Grumpy Pants.
He bends the knee. He knows when it's when.
He's no fool. No siree. He knows how to bend the knee.
All right. So this opens into a large chamber that's at least 20 by 40, depending by your lantern light. And the first thing that you notice here immediately to your west is what looks like a sitting area, all with these 4 big high-backed chairs, dark mahogany and black leather, big armrests and kind of giant spheres, for which to kind of rest your mighty paws upon. Those are these 4 chairs. These here, kind of arranged around this low table, and then lots of kind of velvet, like purple draped velvet, over 1 or 2 of these chairs, and then here along with the side of the wall is this kind of this kind of
Sideboard?
like a sideboard. I guess you could call it a sideboard. And
Cyborg.
On the cyborg, there are a collection of torture devices, things like a small rack and stocks, a
Thumb
block and a
screws.
headsman's axe. And then here is a hanging cage that's suspended from the ceiling, a large birch cage. And also on this low sort of coffee table thing are a choke pear and long pliers and several short branding irons and a heretic's fork. Oh, and a pair of crocodile shears. I don't really know what any of this stuff is. I'm sure Peter does, but I don't know what any of it is.
Is the table big enough to put an ape on?
It's
more human size.
It's like 4 by 3. It's not a large table.
So it's more human size.
Yeah,
That offends me less.
It would be like kind of like a coffee table like the coffee table that's in my living room.
Okay.
Which I measured about 4 by 3, 2.5, something like that.
Definitely would not put a gorilla on that.
No.
What about the cage?
What's
the
in
cage
it?
Is it has like a 9-foot diameter, but it's hanging from the ceiling.
So that would be more gorilla size.
Yeah, you could probably squeeze a gorilla into it. Sure.
Okay, those crocodile shears are definitely an instrument of torture. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, did you look
Not
it up?
gonna do that.
Yeah, don't look this
He
stuff
went
up.
and looked up all this stuff. He's like,
Yeah. You don't want to know.
Horace has these mental flashbacks of some of these torture devices. Nope.
Nope.
All right, I think we should probably do a search the room before we go open that door.
Okay, well, show me the directions in which you travel. Because your lantern light only illuminates a portion of this area.
Oh boy. There's more room.
Oh, and
Isn't
it goes
kind of
jagged.
creepy that way? So here to the south, you can see a sort of a standing screen that sort of blocks off this area, and I've sort of roughed it out in the map. You might be seeing some of it.
Fuck. Big rooms mean big fucking monsters.
Mm.
Horace will draw his sword and continue to approach the corner.
Move up to about that area.
So
Yeah.
will Malachi.
Yeah, well, we're stick together. We're not happy about it, but we're sticking together.
Your lantern light sort of casts this beam down into this what looks like a sleeping chamber.
That's
like
what's behind the curtains.
Kind of a very luxurious sleeping chamber, and that's what's behind this standing screen. You know, like a.
So this is where Aaron's going to kill us.
Well, it's where the torturers would take naps while the other guys are working on somebody. This is a creepy ass place.
And you know the person that wrote this dungeon?
Mm-hmm.
I am very worried.
Gibbs
really... he ran AD&D 1E for us, Nils, at
was that the
Pacificon.
Was that the
guy.
GM?
Mm-hmm. Guy.
Okay.
Guy Fullerton. Yeah.
I'm not doing that again.
No, Aaron, I don't want to play D&D with you.
So is this going to be the proverbial don't look behind the curtain?
I don't know. Are you looking behind the curtain?
Horace is looking behind the curtain.
What's in the trunk of the car? You don't want to look in the trunk of the car.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box? Okay, yeah, we have to look behind the curtain.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
There's a
Go
wizard.
ahead and move your token just to the other side so you can get the full light effect.
It is not letting me. Oh, there it is. I had to slip him past that.
Yeah, I
room.
just had to kind of squeeze around the side there. So the first thing that stands out to you, well, there's a few things that stand out to you. The first thing, though, is this very
giant monster.
high double bed. And laying atop it, and almost kind of a rigid kind of posture, is a wizened man. Old man. Old man. Just
man.
like him. Old man. And his arms are firmly crossed on his chest. His hair, what hair he has is sort of gray. He's wearing a long sort of black robe with a kind of a peculiar purple tabard on it that has some weird markings and sigils. That's the first thing that you notice.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Is
you
he
also
breathing?
notice, we'll get to that. Let me just finish the description. There's a writing desk here, and underneath the bed, you can sort of see in the shadow a trunk of sorts. Now, to Peter's question, is he breathing?
Well, Gerda's question. Hammy's not that interested. He's interested in things like the chest. But yeah, Gerda wants to know if he's breathing.
You can see, yes, but very slowly and raggedly.
Touch nothing.
You said he had tattoos or runes?
On his tabard, the tabard is like sort of that drape that goes over like a robe.
And does Gib recognize any of them?
No, in and of himself, he's like blasting magical energy.
Gib, the old man that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does this man at all resemble the man we saw in the mural?
No, the man you saw in the mural was an old fat man.
Okay, this is an old skinny guy.
Yeah, this is an old skinny guy.
Maybe he's lost weight
species.
Sleeping. Maybe he's lost weight during the 100 years he was sleeping.
Lose weight now. Ask me how.
Can Gib detect like anything of that magic, like of its origin or type or?
Make an intelligence check. DC 15.
Damn.
No, you cannot, other than knowing that it's
there's just a lot.
It's like kind of overwhelming to you.
Okay, they try.
It doesn't feel like yeah. Go ahead. But it doesn't feel like the stones from the monkey mind blast stones.
No,
it doesn't feel like the same stuff.
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you can't tell. I mean, you couldn't really tell. I mean, it's
Couldn't
just
tell anyways.
it's so overwhelming, and Rydian
Right.
is kind of in the same sort of position, just mouth agape, like going, the fuck.
Horace says, "Hello, friend."
Okay.
Okay. Gib was just thinking maybe we should just all back out.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
He doesn't. There's no response or change in his posture, stature, or demeanor.
Does it look like he's been like laying in that position for a very long time?
He's not dusty or webby or anything like that. So,
does like the stuff around him look like dusty or
no? It's all well cared for.
Interesting.
What do we think are the odds this is the wizard who made this place?
Pretty good chance, I would think.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that theory.
That means we have to kill him. And I'm not sure how we can do that if he's that powerful.
I think he's dying.
That's why I was trying to wake him up to see if he had anything to say before he died.
I don't think we want to chop up death an unconscious old man until we know exactly who he is, though.
Exactly.
Maybe we should back out of. I think maybe we should be back out of here quietly.
And then come back stronger, or
do you want to chop up an unconscious man in his bed?
Gibbs like very, very, very perplexed by the whole thing. So he's very curious of the situation, but very fearful. All at the same time, equally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see me chopping up a dead guy an unconscious
Yeah,
man
no.
in his
No,
bed.
no, as in he's very curious about talking to this
Oh,
very,
absolutely.
very powerful wizard.
The only
But
thing,
at the same time,
yeah.
he's very fearful that if he is the one that ran this, then it was for malice and
Unnatural reasons.
Yeah.
or bad things and chaotic
Fuckers.
reasons.
Mother.
Yeah, it
Remember,
seems
we
like
also
the
have
only way-
whatever. Go ahead, Ethan.
Oh no, go for it.
Because we also have whatever made that huge roar.
Right, but we're not to the north. We're just off on the map. Where are we? I
We're
don't
to the
think.
west.
Yeah, I don't think.
Well,
this,
the roar didn't wake him up, right? And so
Right.
the distance where we were. So after Gib thinks about that, Gib approaches the wizard to observe him, to look at him more. Very, very carefully.
Yeah, Horace will be beside the wizard this entire time.
Okay, Mike, make a luck check.
He makes it.
Okay. Well, nothing changes about his stature or demeanor. In fact, you can see now that as you get closer to him and you're kind of observing him closer, he's sort of floating off the bed by about an inch.
I respect him because he's a client and he sleeps above his sheets, 3 feet above his sheets.
You know, I'll just say with just metagaming this, if we had to make a luck roll when we approached him so that nothing bad would happen, we probably should back up.
I'm not going near him with my luck.
Miami doesn't have much luck left at the moment either. So no, I'm not liking being in the. I think we should probably leave him alone until we figure out a few more things.
Like the safe way to wake him up.
So
What's in the writing desk? Is it locked? Is there boxes? Hammy's kind of curious about what this dead man's not currently using. He doesn't need it, does he?
You want to search the desk?
You hear
Just
a clink,
casually
clink, as he
start
pulls the
looking.
desk away.
So
Go ahead, Nils.
I'm sorry, what?
Did you have something?
no, it was me.
No.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
Yeah. So now that Gibbs closer now, does it look like the clothing is old, or does it look like it's been somewhat well kept?
It's very well kept. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Everything about this place is all very well kept. And Hammy, you're searching the desk. Make a luck check.
I was gonna say, as you're searching the desk, this is a wizard. His stuff might be magically protected.
Well, he's not really digging through it. He's just looking,
Oh, looking at it? Okay. that's
Yeah,
fine.
he's not really trying to dig out anything. Hey, made it! Holy shit! With my luck of 10, I rolled a 7.
Yeah. All right. So there's a few things that you can see on the desk. It's sort of like a tiered desk, right? It's very neatly kept. On top of it rests an iron candlestick, and then beside that, on the top shelf, there is a small golden pear-shaped thurbile. I'm going to have to look up what that is. Thurible.
How do you spell it?
With something engraved on it. Thurible. Thurible. It sounds kind of like thimble, but it's different.
Yeah. I wonder
Metal censer suspended from chains.
Hmm.
Incense was burned during worship.
Okay.
Mm.
And then there's a small covered dish, a crystal covered dish with something inside of it.
It's probably
And
those
laid
awful
out-
candies.
And laid out on top of the desk is a huge spell book.
Oh crap!
Do not touch this spell book.
Did somebody say spell book?
I was gonna say if you touch that spell book, we
We're
are
all dead.
running
We're all dead.
and dead.
And then you see a number of there are a number of drawers that go along one side of the desk itself.
So upon Gib hearing Hammy go, "Oh, spell book," he goes over and looks at the spell book to see if what spells he sees on it.
And Horace just inches
Or-
closer to this part of the screen to start running.
Touch it.
Okay,
Doesn't
make
touch.
make a luck check.
Oh.
Oh crap! It is the spell book.
So the man that was laying reclined on the bed sits straight up.
I knew it.
His
Yep.
arms go rigid out to his sides, but he's still his eyes are still closed. His breathing still kind of slow and very irregular. But now, and his head and his chin's turned slightly up.
Well, at least he's not laying down asleep now.
So in other words, it happened very mechanically.
Rigidly.
Okay, rigidly.
Almost like the spell didn't quite work all the way.
Or because he hasn't moved in so long, he's very stiff.
Okay, but in other words, like when he's when does it look like it's being like very rigidly controlled in a way, or like there's like only so many limited articulations his body's moving?
Well, you've only seen him in two positions.
Okay,
But
right.
yeah.
But
So
he didn't.
Gib-
But he
Gib-
didn't sit up like he woke up. He sat up more, almost mechanically, is what you were saying. He was almost
Well,
ready to go.
like almost like no, not like clack 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 clack, not like up along his vertebrae or anything like that. It
Mhm.
was like lightning fast. Like he was laying flat. And
then he
imagine
wasn't.
you went from laying flat to bending at your hips to 90 degrees straight up. And his arms that were crossed over his body are now like flat out to his sides, like down by his hips, kind of pressing his body up even more, and his head's turned slightly up.
Like there was some magical subconscious thing that got triggered.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what Gib was. So Gib.
The way I read the situation,
yeah.
this is a bad thing. Just
But also Gib keeps on wondering about all these metal objects that he's finding. So and then there's a metal candle, so this is all sounding very Gollum, timepiece, watch, gear driven type weird.
Mechanical. Is that what you're?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
mechanical.
thinking? Yeah.
Horace steps to the far side of the screen.
Did the
Gerda is saying, I advise against touching that at all. I advise that we back out of here now.
So
But she's cautious.
yeah.
Horace has a luck of 3. He ain't doing anything to push it.
Nice luck of 3.
So in the Aaron, in the Eternal Champion description, it says there is a 10% chance the warrior has ancient knowledge of immediate or practical use to the caster.
Okay.
Provided the caster asks the right question.
All right.
That's what it says.
Sure. Hold on just a second, and we can. I just need to grab a notebook. I'll be right back.
Yep.
First, a word from our sponsor.
Yeah, I will be right back.
I'm gonna wait here.
Sorry, I'm back with you.
I'm
You wanted to use this ancient knowledge, eh? Okay. Go ahead and roll a D100. Let's. But before you do, why don't you tell me what question you wish to ask of Malik?
It's a very important question. It's a question they're all going to need to know. Would you like some toast? How about a cheese and ham bramble?
You have any great coupon?
So you're a
Oh,
muffin
boy.
man. I think Aaron knows what I'm quoting.
Absolutely.
So you're
So-
a muffin.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah, no problem. If you're done, then
I'm done. I'm all done.
okay, good. So, Gib, knowing what the fate or had shown to him or expressed to him in basically very mysterious ways without him understanding how it was conveyed this information,
Mhm.
realized that part of the the trickery of this time reversal thing with dealing with a chaotic warrior was that since they were in chaotic of nature or of their own nature, that they would have a good insight potentially of chaotic creatures or things of that bend. So
Mhm.
Gibbs says to Malachi, warrior of the chaotic realm, what does this feel like to you? This wizard in front of you.
Mhm. Okay, go ahead and make your percentile roll. It's a D100.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back to it.
I just put it up in the chat for you.
There we go. So, yep, here we go. Come
Okay.
on.
Roll a 2.
Come on.
I'll give it to you.
Okay, fair enough.
Malik the whole time has just been standing agape at looking at this man with his kind of jaw hanging open, and Gibbs starts questioning him about, what is this? Is it something that you've crossed in the multiverse? And he says, "Don't you see it? Don't you see the demon before you? It's amazing that it hasn't devoured us all." He's like starts backing up out of the room, like out of the alcove. It's like as if you kind of had shaken him free of some sort of stupor that he was in.
I'm liking Malachi more by the minute.
Demon actually makes sense. The way he's acting is almost demon possessed.
Right, exactly. Right. That's so. Yeah. So we could either try to attack him now while it's in this position, or we beeline out of here.
I think we beeline out of here because I don't think we have anywhere near enough magic to kill this thing.
Not even close. Fucking demon, and I'm rolling D16s.
Your warriors can't do anything against this thing. Like,
And
Is there-
we could bring back a better eternal warrior, when we're ready.
Well,
that has magical weapons, which would happen if it was one more level.
that's true.
is there a point when a warrior is able to strike and count as magic?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, magic in this realm is magical. I want to say magic is rare because you heroic spellcasters have are imbued with magic, but it's not like there's walking around magic, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's not like not a lot of items imbued with it.
I
So
don't
you
suddenly
have,
become.
you have found a few magical items, in your travels.
Mm-hmm.
Rydian's rune sword and that weird sphere, that globe thing that you found.
Mm-hmm.
So I can make myself float.
Right, but you give something up and you get something back.
Right.
If I
So
wanna
in
come
other words,
around,
we want to come back with a better eternal warrior. Which, if he would got it in a 5th level, then it comes with a magic weapon.
Okay.
So we're all in favor of leaving cautiously.
Oh, Horace is already like on the far side of the screen. Like he is done.
Yeah,
I will tell you that the this hall continues off to the north.
Yeah, it looks like there's
I suggest we
Porta-
very
portaci.
quietly tiptoe that way.
That's not actually a portcullis. It's a raised portcullis. You can see the markings in the floor.
Oh, it's a
there.
lighter gray. Okay.
You should ask this guy if his name's Gorm or whatever the name of the dungeon is.
Oh, sorry. Can you just back
Gann.
up a second? I goofed something with my lighting there.
Right now, it looks like a pair of eyes looking at us.
Hold on.
My
Well,
guess.
There's going to be a giant stone monkey in there.
Yeah. My guess as to what this is, the wizard is the guy who made this dungeon, but he's dead. Or has given himself to a demon.
Right.
Would be my guess. And that whatever mental state the wizard once had is long since gone.
Right.
Yeah, or he's just so imbued with chaos from centuries of having a demon patron.
Right. I mean, the demon
Yeah.
theoretically could let him live for 1,000 years, maybe more.
We're looking at Nils's future here, is what you're saying.
Fine with me.
I would say, you saw that spell book. I don't think he'd have a problem with that.
Oh, man. You had to say fucking spell book.
So do we want to go out and camp and try to get something better and come in, or just try to keep on exploring for the rest of this actual real evening?
I think we keep exploring and then go rest for the rest of the evening.
I want to at least look around the corner and then go
Yeah.
rest because, yeah, like I said, I'm throwing D6.
And I'm up for playing some more still. If anybody, if we are as a group, just throwing that out there.
Yeah, we can play for a while longer. I'm happy
It's
to
only
go-
it's only quarter till.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm happy to go longer if we need to, or if there's more exploration to do, or anything.
Then I say we camp and come back.
Okay,
You want to look around the corner?
I think we should look around the corner first.
but not go around the corner.
God damn it! Yeah.
By the way, since no one's called it yet, dibs on the spell book.
You can have that spell book, and I will be in the city outside this dungeon when you grab it.
Oh fuck yeah, that thing scares the shit out of me.
You can take it from my fingers when you can pry it from my cold, dead hands.
Turning into Clint Eastwood all of a sudden?
Mhm.
Or is it?
So you guys still haven't broken the plane there on the northern part of the.
Oh, you'd asked to hold up for a second, so I was just trying to go
sorry,
anywhere.
I'm all fixed. Sorry. And so from here you can see
Yeah, we're not going further.
you can see a closed portcullis on the
Mhm.
far side of the wall, or
What do we
far
s-
side of the.
What do we see in the ceiling above between the areas of the two portculli?
Let me check and see if there's anything of
Like a
note.
murder hole, maybe.
Yeah,
I just have visions of this portcullis dropping behind us as soon
and
as
we suddenly get trapped. Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
and there's still another door off the torture room.
When does
Mhm.
what's up with the enlarged spell?
What about it?
Are we able to get to that sometime?
Yeah, both my characters have it.
Okay. Right. Yeah, still, but we haven't used it yet. So
No.
okay.
Not tonight.
Yeah. I say we go back out camp and hope that Gib gets a 5th level warrior, and then we come back and we get enlarged, and then if we get enlarged, we can enlarge the 2 warriors, and then we can attack this wizard.
It's an option, but I still think we should leave the wizard alone. The spellbook is a tempting prize, but I am merely a mortal man.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to deal with him one or another because he's part of what is, I think, getting the gorillas down here. Plus, his bedroom is right off a torture chamber, and that's just not a sign of a good person.
And so Gib takes it that Malachi has given him, so since the warrior is of a chaotic nature, he's given him some insight that he wouldn't be able to ever basically obtain. That this wizard needs to be taken down.
Well, what you got from Malachi was just an overwhelming sense of fear.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think fear is the predominant thing there.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I want you to understand from what he conveyed to you when you were questioning him
So
about
it might
this.
not literally be demonic, but it's certainly powerful enough to terrify this guy.
Correct.
Which means if it's powerful enough to terrify him, it's powerful enough to terrify me. Because I'm the same level as him.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you.
So do you guys want to check
We do
out
want
this
to exit.
portcullis, or are you gonna
No.
or are you gonna head back for the surface?
I was checking above to see.
Mechanisms on the walls, or is it just a complete bare 20 feet in between the two portcullis, as far as we can see?
Yeah, it's 20 feet between the two.
Nice to have a pole to stab them with, to tap them with as we go through.
I'm gonna say we don't go past the open portcullis.
Hell no, I'm with you 100%. I think we should exit the dungeon, which is going to take us a while anyway.
Yeah, I think at this point we exit the dungeon and prep for round 17.
Okay.
Don't put your hand in the hole.
Let's see how we do here. You guys are going to leave the dungeon now. I'll make a couple of checks here as you are.
Yeah, you don't have to walk us all the way out, do you?
I won't. No.
Okay, good.
Looks like we have another door too that we never went through.
Yeah, there are two doors. We
there's
have
a bunch, right?
this one.
Yep.
This one. And then we actually have this hallway down here, which we never
have to the
checked
east.
out.
Yes.
Yep.
Because we got enthralled by the
Watcher.
Yeah.
Fucking voyeur. I want to be nice to get rid of my disapproval.
Right. That's the main. That and Hammy can get some luck back, and
I think the big thing is we get Peter's characters back up to not D16s.
Right. Yeah, between going to a D20 and getting rid of my disapproval, that really makes Gerda much more effective.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course, it sounds like we might have an encounter on the way out.
Well, at least he didn't, something wicked.
Yeah.
It was just time passes. That's a much better thing.
And if they were the dog cat creatures, at least we're on neutral terms with them, right?
Well, yeah, we're at peace with them because we're leaving them alone.
Yep.
All right, you guys make it to the stairway.
The stairway to the first level or the stairway to the surface?
Stairway to the first level, and you're starting to ascend those stairs.
Just
When
past
you
the
hear
pipes.
off to the east there, that bone-curdling howl. Remember that howl that you all heard from?
Yeah, we didn't like it.
Why doesn't everybody give me a
No.
will save?
No.
DC 12.
Oh, Aaron.
DC 12 will save.
And I need to roll D16s, don't I?
You do.
Okay.
Looks like Mike.
Horus is a no bueno.
Horus.
No bueno.
Hammy gets a +2 to this.
Oh, no.
Hammy got a 14.
No, Hammy rolled a 14, yeah.
And Gerda.
Sounds like just Horus, which
And just Malik would be the last one to check.
Gerda makes it too. Oh no, she
Nope.
doesn't. That's a 7. Gerda's freaked. Hammy's got her. It's okay, I got you. It's okay. Calm down. Calm down.
It looks like Malik blows it too.
Mhm.
So Malik, Gerda, and who else failed?
Horus.
Horus. they just run for it.
You bet we do. Just a quick
60
question.
feet, and when they get into the darkness, somebody light a torch or a lantern in one of those characters.
Let me see.
So
If you
they run to the east.
they run to
like-
the north. They run to the south. They run up the stairway.
We're right behind them.
Oh,
I don't have anything that can. I don't have a torch or a lantern, but I can light one if someone has one.
Does Gerda have any light sources?
She's got a lantern.
Is that the one that Hammy's been carrying, or is
Yep.
that her own?
No, Hammy's got it. But I can cast light.
She just grabs the lantern from Hammy
And runs.
and just runs.
All right, Hammy's lighting his candle.
The rest of you can keep up with them, or you can stand and face whatever this is. That's
Oh no, they're half the party, and the two frontline fighters are running. We're right behind them.
oh,
Yeah.
right.
We're out of here.
Wars are like, we're out of here. Place is freaking us out.
Like, yeah, our three toughest figures. No, we're not. Yeah, Hammy and the two wizards. Yeah, no.
Hammy and the two
The
wizards.
start of a good joke, right?
Let's see here.
Ah,
Half
it
of the
is.
two
It is.
wizards.
Halfling and two wizards are left in a dungeon.
Halfling and two wizards walk into an ambush.
Yeah, and so all the way, your whole way out of the dungeon, and you guys are running fast.
Oh yes,
We're
we are.
sprinting, just like last time,
There's something at your
at our heels.
just outside the shadow, just outside the light that your
Mhm.
lantern's providing.
Mhm.
You can hear like snuffling snorts and the patting of feet and the gnashing of teeth, the snapping of jaws, more or less. Right?
Oh, it's the hellhounds or whatever.
But you're running, and
Like
nothing
motherfuckers.
nothing breaks the
Circle of light.
circle of light, except for when you get to be about close to the surface, close to that surface area. About here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Try to close the doors behind us.
You know,
I don't think we have time.
there just is this bane of dogs, and then you run out into the daylight, like flopping down and panting and like.
Go and change your armor. I was really hoping. I was really hoping that what we had heard was some knoll thing, but clearly it's not. It's worse than a knoll thing.
It's different than the knoll sounds that you heard that you've heard previously, like the yipping and the sharp barks.
Right.
Well, if it's the same thing, then the ground kind of shook too.
The ground shook when you destroyed the demon thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's separate incidences.
Yeah, the last time we heard these things and came running out, we were terrified, and then we saw the gnolls after that, and my hope was that what we had heard was somehow tied to them, and by making peace with them, we weren't going to have to deal with this thing.
Yeah, I think there was some hellhounds or something from
Yeah.
the greater depths of hell was on our heels.
I agree with you.
Do you remember the Sherlock Holmes, the recent ones, the Hound of the Baskervilles?
I saw kind of part of it.
I don't think I saw the
remake
Benedict Cumberbatch one. No.
It's pretty good.
Yes, I've seen it. Yeah.
It's pretty frightening. I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is it when it's actually a hallucination?
Yeah, like it's like
I
some
did see
psychic drugs, like some
Right.
kind
See,
of stuff.
I was going to ask the party members who hadn't freaked out if the sound they heard was actually coming specifically almost from that pipe that we passed.
No, it's coming further down the hallway to the east.
Just if it was something along those lines of, is it these pipes that are producing this hallucinogen effect?
Well, it didn't. The sound didn't seem to be coming from that pedestal, just further down the
Okay.
eastern passageway there that you guys have not explored yet.
So, are we camping?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think what we'll do for tonight is we'll run the camp session, and then we'll start the next session at the dawn of the 12th day of the sword.
Okay.
Let's hope we
Eric,
have a bonus.
since Ericor is out in the camp
Mhm.
and his original occupation was a forester,
Mhm.
can he try to do some hunting for food while he's out here?
Sure, you can do that. Why don't you? You've had time to do that over like a few days, so you can throw a d6 for the number of rations that he's able to forage and have in surplus besides just caring for himself. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm still low on food if somebody is available to cast
Well,
a spell or something.
I've got. Let's see,
Your
what do I have
followers
left?
stills can do the same. They
Oh,
don't
okay.
hunt the same way that Ericor does. They
You don't want to know how they hunt.
yeah, you don't want to know.
So what
If
would
there's
they,
a river, yeah, go ahead.
would
They
they
can-
be able to just provide for themselves or what?
This is providing this hunting and foraging is providing for themselves, and then they each get a d6 check to see how much surplus they've been able to gather.
Okay.
They will feed their master first, of course.
Not a lot. Okay. Good enough.
If there's a river nearby, Horace is gonna go clean some stuff.
Okay, yeah. There's yep,
Like
I
his
hear you.
armor and his pants.
Well, I mean that, and you don't want to know the last time he actually like washed his stuff.
It's probably back beneath the dragon wall.
So
Probably.
so what does Horace's sword look like now? Has it deteriorated any, or is it still extra shiny, or
It's not deteriorated in any way. It may have lost a little bit of that glint and the glimmer now that you're out in the daylight rather than looking at it under lantern light.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not damaged in any way.
Yeah. Okay. So are we just camping and calling it the night, our real night, or are we going to go back in?
No, I think we're going to call it the
I
real
think we
night,
call
just
it.
because
Okay.
I realize that I'm more wore out than I thought I was.
Okay.
And I think what you guys want to do is going to require some energy. So I want to be able to give you the
Sure.
And we need ours.
You want to be able to give us the full 2 barrels,
right.
is what
You
you
want to be able to unleash 5 spells in the same round.
Right. So
While
let's
spell doing.
as part of the camping process, before we get into my camp checklist, is anybody casting spells or doing anything special beyond what Nils
sure. Do you
talked
want
about?
to take care of what happens with the Eternal Champion spell
Sure.
casting right now?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a quick cast just on my arm, even if it.
Let's
Well,
let's do yours last, Mike, because it's a little more lengthy than like
Okay.
some of the
Sure. Go for
other
it.
casting stuff.
Go for it.
I'm just realizing though with the D16, if it's worth taking the game. Well, fuck, more disapproval. You know what? I'm not gonna heal myself. Never mind.
I'd go for it. I mean, your odds of getting disapproval or disfavor are low. Getting disapproval, you might get, but it'll reset at the day.
Right, but I'm at a 3. Well, fine, I'll try it.
3 is still better than 25% odds, or still worse than 25% to get lower than that.
15%.
Yes,
That's
but this is
math.
a guy with a luck of 3 talking right now, so you might want to.
Well, I'm going to go back to tattooing my arm with holy symbols of Ildevar and symbols of healing, and going through the slow and process. Even though I didn't get that disfavor, I'm still going to do that automatically. And by the blessings of Ildevar, may my hand come back, so my bow may smite thy enemies.
13, man.
Plus 7 is a 20. Is 4 dice. That puts me at 20.
Wow.
My hand's back, baby.
So we'll have to figure some of this out at the next session, Peter. But it's
Sure,
not.
sure.
It's not.
It'll never be 100%.
It's not what it was. Let's just leave it that way.
Now it's a foot.
You can articulate.
It's a foot.
It's painful. There's some other stuff there too.
We'll work on it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't your dominant hand, it sure as heck ain't now.
No, I just want to be able to fire a bow again.
Right.
So was it you're right-handed, right? So and you fired. Which hand got cut off?
The left, and you hold the bow with your
Oh,
left
okay,
hand.
yeah.
So you should actually be fine. I mean,
So
you'll just be holding it.
You're just doing your anchor. Your anchor's with your left hand. So
Yep.
We'll get
You
into
might
all
drop-
that next week, I'm sure.
You might drop the bow a couple
same
times.
time, same channel. Slightly not so good hand.
Any more casting or anything special before we go into Gibbs summoning of the Eternal Champion?
Because this is always entertaining.
No, Horace has got some wet armor, but it'll be dry
Can
by
you
morning.
remind me, Mike, the number for your Mercurial magic effect? It's a peculiar one. I don't always remember it off the top of my head.
Let's. I put everything away.
What?
Yeah, I just folded it up. Give me a second.
I loved Nils's demonic voice for the spider summoning spell. That was so
Yeah.
The spider summoning is so very him.
19.
19.
No,
Oh yeah, siphon magic.
So that's the one where if something happens, then
Yeah, this is
Not
like a level
somebody-
4 spell or something, isn't it, Mike? The Eternal
level
Champion?
4.
Eternal Champion's
So-
level 3 spell.
So remember that nobody else had a level 3 spell, so then it just
Yep.
goes default
So
into
it's just a
either me receiving damage or not receiving damage.
yeah, and it's a 50% chance. So why don't you roll your percentile dice? And do you want it to be bad high or bad low?
Bad low.
All right, absolutely. Low is always bad. Except when you're low.
So I roll a D100.
Please.
Well, shouldn't we see if the spell goes off first, though?
We
That's
should.
true.
And I'll let you re-roll it, but go ahead and make your spell check now.
Yeah. Okay. And
Good,
so
good call. Good save at the
good save.
Yeah.
I mean, wait. We don't even know if the spell went off.
I didn't take my hand off the base.
Yeah. I didn't
Didn't last
touch the
for
button yet. Okay, so Gibb is all good on spell burn, so he's actually going to spell burn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's just going to do one because then he can get it back by the night, right? Something like
You
that.
won't be able to because you're casting and spell burning. You won't make any recovery because this spell takes you like the whole day to the whole night to cast.
So
But if you want to cast spell burn,
no shortcuts, huh?
No.
The question
There's
is how
always a
badly do you want
price.
that spell book.
That's what Mordo,
you
that's what
wanna
Mordo taught us. There's always a price to be paid.
Mhm.
What's Hammy's luck like?
Oh, he's at a 10.
I think you want to save that luck for when you actually try and go steal that spell book. Just gonna say it now.
But you get 2 back tonight, right?
No, I get 1.
You get 1 back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll spell burn. One agility.
just 1 point, huh?
Just 1.
All right.
Just the tip.
Why don't you roll a d24 and let's see what happens to you?
Come on.
17.
17. Nice. So that's a +6 for the day, plus the spell burn.
Oh, was that the? Oh,
He's
that was the
rolling
spell
the
check.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me know what your total is on the result.
So that's 23
Yeah.
plus the spell burn is 24.
All right. Now roll a d24 for me.
24?
D24.
Yeah. Funky dice.
A 1. Yes.
Wow.
All right. You must sacrifice 3 pounds of your own flesh,
Oh my.
carved from your own body with your own knife,
Oh my.
Ow!
casting it into the campfire as you prepare your meditation for this evening.
3 pounds.
From where will you harvest this?
Ugh,
That hurt.
I-
creepier and shit.
Horace is
well,
out by the
he's-
river. He's not watching this.
Gibbs been kind of eating really good lately, so his belly's kind of getting a little fat, but the spell kind of carries it on. It's not really like he's got control of it. So he reaches down and kind of slices open an area, but then kind of like digs out some fat to
All right,
spew
so
out
3 pounds of belly.
onto the fire, so that
Liposuction.
And as you're carving at your own body and your companions are watching you horrified, some are turning away and gagging. The Kith princesses, the Kith, what are we gonna call them? The Kithette?
They're hot for you, baby.
They are just enthralled, enchanted about what's happening.
Oh, maybe followers now.
You might get laid.
What happened?
You might get laid.
And doesn't cause. There's no physical damage. You don't lose any hit points for this. There's something about the arcane energies and the carving of it with your own hand with the hot knife from the campfire.
Remember that the fat spills out onto the fire, and the fire
and flares up.
Flares up.
There's like weird shapes, like in the flames flickering, and okay, so that sounds like a successful casting. Plus but this is where you're.
So
it's a D4. So roll a D4, and on a 1, it's the next closest spellcaster to you that will suffer the damage in the night as you travel the multiverse, seeking out an eternal
but aren't I
champion
supposed
to
to cast to see if it happens?
You did. You rolled a 17.
You rolled 24.
Oh, you got to roll a percentile. Yeah. D100 and under 50 is bad. 50 or under is bad.
Not today. 21.
Okay, so it's bad. So now roll a D4. And on a 1, it's going to be bad for your buddies. Anything else, it's bad for you.
Oh, poor Ridian.
Oh, is that a 1?
I'm a spellcaster.
That's
Let's
a 1.
see. So that's Ridian low, Gerda high. Ridian, take a D6 plus the spell level. Take.
Oh, good lord.
So 3.
Oh, 9. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. So as you guys retire for the evening, and Ridian's drawn off into the multiverse with Gib, like resisting the entire way, and he doesn't fall through. He doesn't travel lightly.
Yeah.
Accidentally walked through the fire Gib put his fat on.
Exactly.
Right. There's like this, Gibbs sort of found the ways, the paths, the weird Doctor Who tunnels to travel, but and Iridian's being dragged along behind him, but always in slightly out of step,
Yeah,
like
out of sync,
getting a ditch, or that's actually on fire, or that's really
forces against the shearing forces and whatnot.
Nils, how many hit points do you have?
12, luckily.
12. So you
Not anymore.
You now have 3 when you wake on the dawn of the 12th day of the sword. So what level wizard or hero do you find, Mike?
Better be good.
Is it level 5 by any chance?
Well, good thing I'm rolling a 20 on my healing after this.
Ultimately, it came to a 25. Is that what I said?
24.
Oh, 24.
I like
Okay.
25 better. Go with that one.
Yeah, level 5 warrior with ability scores of at 16, and the warrior is known to the annals of legend. He wields a legendary unique magic weapon of +2 enchantment. He inspires the caster's parties, retainers, and henchmen with an extra +1 moral bonus. Morale bonus.
Okay,
It's a
nice.
younger Orax.
It's not Orax, but it's someone similar. So I'll have to write him up. It's too bad because I was hoping I could just reuse Orax, but
It's a young Orax. He's not quite as powerful.
young Orax.
Which one was Orax?
He was
First
the guy
one.
with the two-handed sword.
Yeah.
Say
18s and everything.
too many,
I know,
too many
3.
people talked at the same time. Say it again, Aaron.
It was the guy with the two-handed sword. Remember that destroyed the smoke demon, or was hard
the
at
first
work?
Eternal Warrior. Got it. Right. Yeah. Right.
12th day of the sword. Dawn breaks on the day of the 12th day. Dawn breaks on the 12th day of the sword, which is a +0 to spell checks.
Better than a negative.
Yeah. Better than negative, and we got a better Eternal Warrior with us. So
With a magic weapon. That's what you want.
exactly. That's what we wanted.
Horus
All
is
right.
still a little iffy about fighting a demon-possessed wizard, but, if the party wants him to tank it.
Oh, I think we're going to have to fight some hellhounds. And
Hell
something's
hath no
pissed
fury like
off
a
at
hound
us.
scorned.
Well, I'm hoping that we can get some awesome warriors like enlarged so that we can take care of many things at once.
Well, I mean, but enlarging Horus doesn't mean he's going to do anything. It just means he's going to have a higher AC.
Well, no, you get a lot more hit points too.
Yeah,
Well,
you
yeah.
get a bonus to your
He's saying,
strength.
he's saying that Horus has to still has to roll well to be able to do anything.
Well, no, if
Oh,
we're
but
fighting some wizard demon,
that's a given,
my
yeah.
mundane weapon isn't going to do jack.
I don't know, man. There's a
No, but your heroic deed allows you to find a weak spot even in a demon.
Well, that would have been nice against the mini demon where I rolled a 6 on my deed die.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
I mean, it's just a thought.
That's an
Yeah.
interesting. That's an interesting.
the-
Play on the
It's-
mighty deed. Yeah.
In the book, as you go up in strength on your mighty deed, when you
Inventive.
roll higher, you actually get better and better rolls. To where if you get a 7+, you basically do things you shouldn't be able to do.
Right.
Yeah, and I remember, I think it was 2nd edition D&D. There was a character class in Dragon Magazine called Barbarian, and you couldn't carry any magic items, and because you disdained magic and things like that. But when you got to be 4th level, you could strike things that required. No, 3rd level, you could strike things that required a +1 magic item.
Oh, magic to hit. Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
and so as you went up in level, you were able to get the equivalent that a magic item would be as far as a requirement.
was this a monk class?
No, it was a barbarian. So he didn't wear a lot of
barbarian.
armor, but he could wear armor. He wasn't afraid of it, but he didn't like it because he liked to be. There were a couple rules.
It's all the Kith armor that's
But it was just
magically empowering my blade.
there you go. It was just the rationalization as to how when you get better, what you can do. And so it just makes sense to me that as you got this super awesome warrior, he should be able to take that mundane blade and somehow drive it into the pupil of a demon's eye just on that 1 in 100 chance.
I like it. I think
Yeah.
that's
The inventiveness of it, yes.
Yeah.
Just to be paramount.
Where the Kith armor and his experience is finally enabling him to begin to hone his skill.
And it also balances out what D&D Dungeons and Dragons tended to have, even in the old days. Magic wasn't as common as it was once the time you got to Spelljammer, but there was magic out there. I mean, you could find a couple of magic weapons in an adventure, and most parties had 2 or 3 magic items, even early on.
Right.
And that's not what DCC's like. And so when you get a module that says, oh, it requires magic item to hit, well, You
What are you
know,
gonna do? Right.
right. And as a GM, you're like, well, you're kind of tying your hands too.
Right.
But
Right.
so
Right.
I think this kind of balances that.
Yeah, that's
Or
interesting.
if I roll high enough on my deed die. Yeah.
I like it. Okay, so how about for tonight? I usually ask for pros and cons, but I'm changing it to misses and hits. So, how about were there any misses or hits for you guys tonight in the session?
Well, I thought that we almost, in a way, that curiosity being the most important thing to give is that vampire thingy sticking on the stick got thrown away too quickly, banished too quickly. He was hoping to defeat it like outright and then be able to observe it and see what it was.
Okay, so a miss there for
to
Gann.
learn from it. He didn't learn anything from it.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. I can see that. So I'm going to take it as a hit that I was able to, even on a D16, make that roll.
Oh, the banishment. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
I would say it's a hit that we just had this discussion about potentially allowing Horus to hit only magical weapon creatures. Or
No, I like that. I think that's another big hit.
Mhm.
Nils, anything for you?
Yeah, I got to, call my new friends.
Oh, cast your new spell, right?
One of them, yeah.
And oh man, I love the scorpions. Did you do those bases by hand?
Yeah.
I love them.
Thank you.
Do you want to
being
share?
able to, I've been kind of short on spells, and I talked with Aaron and have to keep up with the Joneses and their new spells. So I'm able to come up with some.
You were hoping for an eternal champion. You got a big red spider that bit you first.
Well, if I roll better, it gets really, really bad for them, not me, hopefully.
Right, but it bit you only because you spell burned, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So you could cast it and not get bit by the spider.
Who keeps
Correct.
chucking 9,000 dice to the table?
I did.
He got a 5,203.
That was my roll. I had to do better than him. So
You beat the average.
Gibbs' roll was of only 506 out of.
How many did you roll?
I rolled 100 D100.
Oh, I
Yeah,
rolled.
so you got a
50.
little over 50%, and then Mike also got a little over 150%, or over 50%.
Yep.
Barely.
What about you, Aaron? What was your hit and miss?
First thing I want to say is thanks for everybody for playing tonight. I really needed this, chance to sort of chill out and daydream and mess around with this new level of the dungeon, which I'm really excited about.
Which worries us all.
Yeah, makes me want to be level 5 even more.
I don't know. I think I really like that kind of initial exploration that you guys were doing with around the vats and messing around with that, and then finding the mural and discovering the little peephole, and then saying to heck with it, we're going to go over there and see what that is. Even though you were down a little bit on resources and starting to feel some pressure from the fatigue side of things. Oh, that's the other thing we need to do with the camping before we wrap up tonight. But I think that was the big hit for me. On the miss, I think I just kind of ran out of steam at the end.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, but certainly can't wait for next week. So let's finish up the rest of the camping.
Now, on next week, I probably won't be on next week because I will be in Burlingame. I'm heading to the con Thursday after work.
On Thursday evening. Okay.
Yeah. So I might join you guys at the con. I don't know. Hoping to get into John's pirate game. He said his second round I should be able to make that. The first round I can't make at 5.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, maybe we'll have to plan on the email if we're going to hold a session next week or not because of the convention. But let's do the camping wrap up, and then we'll close the session for the evening. So that's everyone consume a point of food.
I've done that.
Recover a point of luck for the thieves and halflings.
Mm-hmm.
Recover 1 point of spell burn, except for Mike does not. Recover 1 hit point. Reset your
recover 9.
And recover a D3 stamina points for those of you that have lost some.
Oh,
Because you have this, this prepared camp with your companions sort of watching over you, even though all this creepy shit happened with Gib, or Radiant Gib. Keep forgetting which one of you is more creepy than the other.
It's a toss-up, really.
At this point, it is a toss-up.
Well, it was, the spider things we're doing. We're pretty high, but then all of a sudden, Gibbs like spilling out belly fat.
I did
the
like
fire.
the creepiness factor that we were able to get in the session. I thought that was pretty good too.
Yeah, but who is it that's got a face on his back?
That is true. A younger face, a younger, prettier face.
Yeah, that's the one that the followers talk to.
Right. Well, one of them does. The other one likes.
So did any of them fall over onto wanting to follow Gib?
No, they just got hot.
Yeah, they just got.
He gets me wet when he does that. I hope he cuts his foot off next. I swear I'll spray.
So it looks like 3 point stamina recover for both Gerda and Gibby.
Yes.
And,
Horace got 1. He was still dealing with issues.
yeah.
Okay, guys.